first definition was forecast. Then you got the definition and the symbol that it goes with. Let's go right here. That's right. Let's forecast first.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory.
And
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing the truth, and all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. These are your fellow servants from the GMS Orlando camp, back another week, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to prophesy the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great according to the scriptures, as well as spiritual Nineveh, Rome, Egypt, Greece. All right, and to also prophesy to you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indians, to tell you that you're the Israelites according to the Bible, and to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, tonight's sermon is entitled, The Dawning of Destruction.
For the definition of forecast, it says to predict or estimate a future event or trend. Right. Some of the similar words, it says to predict, prophesy.
Prophesy, yep.
To prognosticate.
Yep, prognosticate. Esau got his from the prognosticator. Now it's at 47. And Yahweh Shema Shah had him there, prognosticator. You got it?
Adjure, divine,
Yep.
foretell,
Yep. What's there? Yep.
foresee,
Foresee. That's what the prophet doing. Go ahead.
forewarn,
Forewarn.
guess,
Yep.
hazard a guess, conjecture, speculate, estimate, calculate, reckon.
Right. That's it.
I got, this is the definition of dawn. We're talking about the dawning of destruction. And it says, dawn is a noun. The first definition says the first appearance of light in the sky before sunrise. The second definition says the beginning of a phenomenon or period of time.
And remember, Esau said in Psalm 73, O Lord, when thou awakens, thou shalt despise their image. Well, that was the beginning of the light of Yahweh Shema Shah, shine on Babylon the Great, which is in the secret. The Lord said over 31, He's going to send his nest amongst the stars, just will He bring them down. Well, the Lord has awakened, and now the light is shining. Oh, that goes into the Psalms 19, when it say, above the firmament, right? Through the unicorn, the World Wide Web, the internet, and through the light and shining of Yahweh Shema Shah, you got it.
Hey, because a part of the light of the Lord coming upon the earth is awareness.
Right.
We have a level of awareness concerning the elect, but that light is also judgment. Right. So we're in a time through the Spirit where the Lord is removing that covering cast and the light is shining, all right? And most people are offended at that. Now, I got one more. The verb of dawn, definition 2 says, become evident to the mind, be perceived or understood. So that's also happening because most people are about to understand this through death by pain, but they're also witnessing the light being pushed out throughout the earth.
Right, right. So if I can read this Psalm 19 and 1, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament show up His handiwork. So the firmament and the glory of God is being shown through the World Wide Web, which is Joel 39, which is the unicorn. Day of today utters speech, the night of tonight show of knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have He set a tabernacle for the sun, which is the truth, the light shine. It say their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have He set a tabernacle for the sun. In them is the hope of elect, the tabernacle of David. It said, in them have He set a tabernacle for the sun, which is the light shining forth through the apostles, elder bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, which is the tabernacle of David, and those that teach the same sound doctrine. So that light, man, the dawn of destruction is, Psalm 9:14, where the Lord God say this judgment is the habitation of his throne. Right? Righteousness and truth shall go before his face. Where it's the judgment of America that we see is the forecast. Judgment of America is the forecast, man, which is a forewarning.
Right. And that's why the Spirit, while the world is optimistic about the future of America and the prosperity of America and the West, we understand that according to the will of the Lord, the only thing coming to this place is destruction. You know, our brother had another title, and it said, judgment is always the response.
Right.
So when mercy isn't received, judgment is the inevitable. All right, and that's what we're in the dawn of.
This is 2 Edges chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 17 because the brother read the definition of dawn, and one of the definitions was the beginning of a new phenomenon.
Right.
And the Lord is bringing a new phenomenon in the earth in the form of judgment, in the form of the prophecies that we read on a daily basis. This is 2 Edges 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What
Hey,
shall...
They say the powers shall stand in fear. They're talking about the elites, man. You got it.
It says, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And Ezra saw the beginning, the dawning of destruction. He saw the dawning or the beginning of famine, of sorrows, of evil. You know, and he prophesied of it. He said, woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days? And we're living in those days, in that time to where the Lord is getting ready to bring, you know, what the prophets saw of old. That new form of destruction, that new phenomenon that the prophets of old saw, we're getting ready to experience.
Destruction is so terrifying. What can be used to save somebody out of it? What can be used to save somebody out of the terrifying destruction that all the prophets saw, man? But Habakkuk said, Lord, you gonna destroy. Hey, he said when he heard the word of the Lord, he was terrified, man.
Yeah.
So what can be used to save someone from this phenomenon that's coming? Like it's not spoken of in the earth.
Right.
What is it? It's in the scriptures, but as according to the knowledge of the man, what can be used to save out of this destruction, man?
I got it for you.
Okay.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right.
And there shall be a time of trouble. And that's what the brother's speaking about. That's the only thing that can help us in that time, man, is divine intervention. We need divine intervention. We need the hedge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know, to protect us in this new phenomenon. Because it's going to go on to say, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's what we need. That's the only thing that can deliver us out of this new phenomenon that's getting ready to touch the earth. Because guns, men, the power of your hand, your flesh can't save you from what the Lord is bringing. Because the Lord is bringing a power and a judgment that supersedes anything that this world has to offer, man.
I got one. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 9. It reads, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail.
Right. And it's beautiful that the Lord said he's going to keep the elect's feet, because the scriptures liken this journey of ours into a narrow path, you know. And King David even said, enlarge my feet that I don't slip, because there's many calamities on either side, and we walk in a tightrope. And so the Lord is going to keep our feet stayed on this straight and narrow path, even during the times where calamity is on all sides. The winds begin to beat, the floods begin to come. The Lord is going to keep our feet on this straight and narrow path, man.
This is Proverbs 18 and 12. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility.
Yep. So before destruction, you're going to see pride at an all-time high, which is what we see. You know, Trump really embodies the Edomite pride, the Edomite arrogance, and that's why they love to have him in office. Because again, it reminds them of what they once were. That arrogant, prideful, you can't do nothing against me. But that's always the beginning of the fall. You see the height of pride, and then the Lord checks it.
Got one in 2 Ezra chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 6. Just going back to the point about the things that's coming is going to be so terrible. What's going to be able to save those that are written in the book? What's going to be able to save anyone out of the destruction that's coming?
Hey, go to there was a guy came up one time. He said, "Okay, this ain't gonna happen like that." And he said, "How y'all gonna get saved?" So we told him charity, man. But you know, man's wisdom, you know, it's unidentified flying object. Well, according to Yahweh Shema, it's identified. But according to man's wisdom, there ain't no escape. According to their logic. You got it.
2 Ezra 9. I'm going to start at 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
And it said plain beginning to the hopeful elect. That's the 2 Corinthians 3:12. The Lord said, through our hope, we have great plainness of speech. He told Habakkuk to write it down and make it plain upon the table. He ain't telling you, it's plain. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he hath believed.
Right.
So contrary to what we all believe at one point, all right, and what the world believes, as far as the tribulation and what they call the rapture that's going to take place, all of a sudden you're able to live a life of sin, wickedness, live a life contrary to Yahweh Shema at the last second, at the last minute. You know, when the tribulation comes, you're just going to get beaten up out of here. No, according to the scriptures, the tribulation is going to take place, or the salvation is going to take place, or the rapture is going to take place after the tribulation. So the point being, we're all going to be here. You know, if the Lord keeps the spirit in our body, all right, we're going to be here in the midst of this destruction, in the midst of the judgment. So, again, to answer the question, what's going to be that determining factor, and you know, well, reading on, actually it says in verse 8 is the point. It says, shall be preserved from the said peril. So that's the answer to the question. Because again, we're all going to be here. We're all going to be a witness to the judgment, the terribleness of Yahweh Shema Shai. Right. It's just a matter of what side are you on. Right. All right, it's a matter of being preserved, preservation. That was the point.
I want to read this. This is 2 Ezra 13, and verse 15. It reads, show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaven. Now understand I the things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Therefore are they coming to great perils, which is dangerous, and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee, and I will open unto thee the things that thou hast required. Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind, this is the interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in that time have kept themselves. They that be fallen into danger are such as have worked and faith towards the Almighty. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea, the same as he whom God the highest have kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creatures, and he shall order them that are left behind.
Right,
So,
and that's directly contrary to the rapture doctrine. Scripture said that those who be left behind are more blessed than those that be dead.
Right.
And the old rapture doctrine teaches you that those who are raptured up are counted to be more blessed than those who are left behind.
Right, and it said those that were taken was inhabited.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were destroyed. Real quick, this Matthew 24, verse 30 reads, verse 29, Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened. It said immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. Like the brother said in Ezra, we're talking about the rulership, the powers. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all tribes of the earth mourn. They shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Because those blessings are going to be coming down. You know, as the second coming through the Lord, ignorantly calls Jesus. All right. Once that day takes place, again, this is going to be in the height of World War III.
Right.
That's when all these nations are going to push those little red buttons, or the angels. All right, however it plays out.
Angels.
And those missiles are going to be being shot throughout the four corners of the earth, but especially here in America.
And it said immediately after the tribulation. What that tribulation is Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to be the tribulation of Jacob's trouble. So immediately after the tribulation of Jacob's trouble, because it say those that be left behind, right? Those that be caught up in the danger, right? Those that, it said in 2nd Ezra, if I can read it one more time, Salakia, in 2nd Ezra 13, the point I want to make here, it said, 2nd Ezra 13, in verse 23, it reads, he that shall endure the peril in that time have kept himself, meaning the danger. They that be fallen into danger are such as have worked and faith towards Almighty. So when you read 2 16, it says, though they're going to cast them out of their houses, though that fear the Lord. That's going to be the tribulation. They're going to trouble. Yeah. Then shall be known who among chosen. You got it.
Well, I'm still in 2nd Ezra 16.
Yeah,
so.
you got it.
It's 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 72 or 70. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Right.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
See, that go back to Matthew 24. It said immediately after the tribulation. You got it.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Hey, as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in Hebrews 11 said it was pilgrims, man. That's what the Lord said. That read that real quick. 2nd Ezra 16 and 40.
2nd Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle.
Right.
And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
So when you read down in the 70th verse, he said, hey, they that fear the Lord going to be cast out of their houses. So that means you're going to be what? Pilgrims. Okay.
Hey, and that means that you're going to be here on earth. That Jacob's trouble encompasses Jacob itself. And we're a part of the nation of Yahweh, man. We're a part of the nation of Israel. You know, so that means that the tribulation and the anguish is something that we're going to experience. All the same, but nonetheless, the elect are going to be delivered out of those scourges, out of those tribulations. All right? They're going to be delivered out of the fire. You know, as the world is being tried, the elect are going to be delivered out of the fire.
Right. And we want calamity away from being pilgrims, man. From being cast out of wherever you stay, apartment houses, wherever you stay at, we just one calamity away, one situation away from being pilgrims, man.
And pilgrim, that's the situation of being a true pilgrim isn't one like today, like modern times. You know, you got homeless shelters, you got people that'll house you. We're talking about times to where there is going to be nowhere to go,
Right.
nowhere to lay your head, nowhere to call, nowhere to have a sanctuary, man, nowhere to be comforted. You're going to have it's going to be perils on each side. Amos, the 5th chapter, tells us that it's going to be calamity after calamity.
Right. So, you know, it's a bridge, right? And it's telling you that the oldest guy, they don't got nowhere to go. So you got parable up the streets up here. Esau created this stadium, and they created all these high-rise apartments, these expensive, so the street is called Parable. They pushed all the Judites, all Jakes, they pushed them out and turned it to like a luxury community down here downtown. Where we leave downtown, it was the hood. They done turned all that, so those people homeless now. And pushed them to the other parts of the city where Jake is at, like Carver Shores, Richmond Heights, Malibu, Cantaloupe. And then pushed these people that were 2, 3, 4 streets over from here, they done pushed them out. Now, when I passed it going home, I see this Jake. He look like Northern Kingdom. He on the bridge. He don't got nowhere to go. He got all his stuff in one spot, man. That's a miracle, man. And that's gonna happen to, the scripture said it's gonna happen to the elect. Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to be the times that we need that protection in, man. Because even though we're going to be pilgrims, it's still going to be calamities on all sides, man.
At the same time. Right.
So we're going to have divine intervention.
Hey, because you got these people now that's homeless, ain't no calamity happening. They don't got nowhere to, they buy their food, they gotta buy a little bit of food. Esau give Jake stamp, they get to go fill their refrigerator up. You can't do that now. You got to buy daily food. Yeah. Because somebody going to try to, take, and they ain't going to do no collect. They ain't catching hell. But then it's going to be pilgrims, and you're going to have to be dodging bullets, somebody trying to snack on your ass.
Yeah, because the spirits in the earth are going to revert back to who they truly are. The scriptures speak about their spirits who are created for vengeance. And the Lord is going to have those spirits that were created for vengeance on full effect in that time.
They out here, they just waiting to be activated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got two. One in Matthew 24, starting at verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand.
Right, which happened already, 2nd AD.
Right.
And then you had Antiochus, the Greek Empire. That happened twice, man. You got it.
Then let him which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Right. Which this is going to happen again. Hey, that the scripture says let go under the sun. So as it happens, in Luke 19, when the Lord said they're gonna put a trench about you, that's going to happen, man. Because it's going to be martial law. You got it.
And the brother read it earlier about how, hey, they're going to be kicking, the elect are going to be kicked out of their houses, It says, let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. Because the Lord is already preparing his elect to have a mindset. Spiritually speaking, the whole of the elect, we're already detached. And like Mother said, we're just one, we're one not so major event away from just all hell breaking loose. Because America,
minor situation,
right? Because America's vulnerable as it is. This place is big problem. We're just waiting on that the final whatever it factor, that it factor. All right, to where like Apostle Tar said years ago, hey, in that day we're not gonna have the question if this is Jacob's trouble. We're gonna know. But with that being said, because again, the Lord's prepping us, we have a certain mindset, a program type of mindset. What's that? Isaiah 35 talks about the wayfaring man. Being on the go. But on the same note, the Lord he's been building our faith up because the whole time the Lord has been showing us He's with us, and we've got nothing to worry about. We've got nothing to fear. In fact, brothers are so built up to a point, where we can't wait for this bitch to go down. We can't wait for this society to collapse. Because I always say, when has Esau, the so-called white man, ever done us wrong? When has when has he ever done us right? Depending upon the system, working these bullshit 9-to-5 jobs. When has it ever done us any good? So, hey, I always say, I'd rather take my chances with the Lord, whether that be in the woods or concentration camp, whatever the case may be. Because the Lord He's never done us wrong, man.
Hey, like you said first, hey, he said he never done us wrong either. But he working for the Lord. Right? So the Lord says he's the sworn of the Lord, man. So he's been doing us what he's supposed to be doing, which is right. Well, he's doing his job. We got it.
Another one in Job 5. Because again, read that 2nd chapter 9, going into being preserved. So in Job chapter 5, I'm gonna read verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
Right.
Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Because going into the sixth trouble, you know, and it tells Jacob's trouble, World War III, the missiles, which leads right into the seventh, going into Yahushua delivering us. All right. Also going into that first day when the scriptures mention the day star rising in our hearts, right? You see, that's why even when it comes to prophecy, you see, I always say, the world's bad news is our good news. Because what is World War III going to lead to? Our deliverance. Jacob's trouble, what is it going to lead to? Our deliverance. All right? What's that, 2nd Ezra 7? Going into the day of doom, which is going to lead to immortality. Right? So these things, and that's one thing, the Lord never left us without hope. You know? St. John 14 chapter. I will not leave you comfortless. Right. We have hope. Right. All right? But that was the point there.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide.
Hey, because that's what they say. The final stop is the kingdom. All right, and this is just a pit stop, like the elders be saying. Hey, America, it's just a 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven pit stop. You know, it's not the final destination.
If you read 2nd Ezra 7 and 42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory.
Real quick, in Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So, again, we understand that the world is in need of new management. So that's why, with more understanding, we see why the missiles are necessary. Because again, what is that going to usher in? The second coming of Yahweh and the establishing of the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. And that's the job of those missiles. That's the job. That's what fire does. It's a cleansing agent. All right, and it's going to cleanse this whole the world, for that matter. But just to make the point, because the fear of Yahweh that needs to be reestablished on the earth. You know, I always make a point. The Lord is known in his judgment, but the Lord, he's really going to really make a statement when it comes to the judgments that is going to be bestowed here in Babylon. Right. To the point where, unlike ancient Egypt, you know, after a period of time, what the Lord's fear was on the earth for a period of time, and after a while, that fear, it died down. Right. But the judgment that's coming to America, all right, that fear of Yahweh Shai is never going to go down. That's how much of a point that the Lord is going to prove with his judgment specifically with America.
Hey, so I want to deal on the title, right? Give me 2nd Thessalonians. Start at verse 3, read down to 9.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Right.
For that day shall not come.
We know that day shall not come.
Except there come a falling away first.
So Israelites had to fall away from their heritage. The lineage, the customs, that's in Jeremiah 17:4. The Lord told Jeremiah that he's going to discontinue from his heritage. All the 12 tribes of Israel discontinued. Go ahead.
And that man of sin is revealed.
Right. So we're dealing with the man of sin because the title of the lesson is the gunning of destruction. Right? So the Lord said that the rulers of the earth had to reveal. And there was a time that the elites was in secrecy. Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
Right. So we're dealing with the man of sin, the son of perdition. And when you read about the man of sin, the son of perdition, there's a nation of people on earth that's passing laws that's against the laws of God. Right? Like a bestiality law. Giving equal to act rights to the opposite sex. Right? Go ahead.
Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is that is called God.
Right. So it said we were opposing, right? With the word opposing, if you look at that means to be opposite against Yahweh Shema Shah. So that's Isaiah 24:5, right? It say he changed the laws, right, and the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. So there's a nation of people on earth that the Lord is pointing fingers at that got to be exposed in the end time. Go ahead.
Or that is worshipped, so that he as God
Right.
sitteth in the temple of God,
Right.
shows himself that he is God.
So it says sit in the temple of God. Who controls religion? It's talking about the so-called white man. He controls religion. Roman Catholic Church controls all denominations of religion, man. Go ahead.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things?
Right. Now hold on. Remember it said that he gonna sit in the temple of God, said that he is God. Right. The scripture says that we are the Lord's temple, our body. So there was a time when the Lord said we had to go to the so-called white man for the one of all things. Right? In Deuteronomy 28:48. Right? So we had to learn our ways from them. So the temple of the Lord is the Israelites. So we know he was in our temple mentally with his religion, right? But that ain't happening no more. That applies to 2/3. Go ahead.
And now ye know that withholdeth, Slakia, and now ye know what withholdeth,
Right.
that he might be revealed in his time.
Right. So the time that they had to be revealed, that the elite, those that control the religion, those that sit in the temple of God had to be revealed. Isaiah 14 said what? He can control the congregation in the size of the north. When you go to the word congregation, it's talking about Israelites. Go ahead.
For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work,
Right.
only he who now letteth will let.
Which is the Lord. The Lord had it, the Lord letting it play out. Everything got to play out. This is 2 4:37. By measure have he measured the times, and he do not move much 30 times to the said measure be fulfilled. So they had a role to play. But then the Lord said, Esau said in Psalm 73, when the Lord awakens, he shall despise them. Go ahead.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Right, go ahead.
And then shall the wicked be revealed,
Right.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
So now the so-called white man has been revealed by the Spirit of the Lord. But he's the one that controls religion. Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So first the prophet's going to bring out the truth of the Lord, according to the Bible, and then the Lord is going to destroy this last great white empire. Go ahead.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
It's an even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. With what?
With all power,
Right.
and signs, and lying wonders.
It said with all power. In Job 9:24 said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. We read Micah 2:1, it said the power, it said they sit upon their bed. Somebody keep that for me real quick. Let's precept that, Micah 2:1. Because it say he gonna come with all deceiving power, signs, and lying wonders. Go read that.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity,
Right?
and work evil upon their beds.
And what?
When the morning is light, they practice it,
Because what?
because it is in the power of their hand.
Because it's in the power of their hands. Go back to 2 Thessalonians. This is in the power that this is the build up to the dawn of destruction of America, man. Because of the wicked rulers that rule in America. The so-called white man is against the Lord. He's against. That's why it's bestiality in 10 states. You can sleep with animals. Why would they pass that bill? It's showing you who controls all the food, who controls the resources. It's the so-called white man. Why would they pass a bill for you to sleep with animals? That's legal now in America. Go ahead.
Back in 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
After the working of Satan. Because when you read in Genesis 3, the Lord said he's going to put enmity between thy seed and her seed. So the scripture demon Satan has physical seeds on earth that plays out his wickedness. That's Ephesians chapter 6. So we're dealing with spiritual wickedness in high places. The rulers of the darkness of this world. That's the elites. The Rothschild, the Rockefeller, the Oppenheimer, DuPont, the Gettys. Go ahead.
With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, you can put it up so you can show it to me. Yeah. Go ahead.
And with all deceivableness
With all the deceivableness, go ahead.
of unrighteousness, and them that perish.
So it show you right now. All right, you got that. Right, this is the build up. Go to Jeremiah 49 and start at 7. So this is about Esau, Edom, man. The dawning of the destruction of America is because of the so-called white man. Amen. Everybody can play around and beat the bush. No, this is facts, man. The Lord said in Esau in Psalm 73, when the Lord awake, He said, despise that image. So read this.
Jeremiah 49 and 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Right. It said concerning Edom. Who is Edom? It's the so-called white man. They ain't white, they red. Different shades of red and pink. The Lord gave us specifics on who the enemy is. The Lord gave us specifics on when he returned, when the Messiah returned, who's going to be in rulership of the earth. Who control the resources? The so-called white man control all the resources. And we ain't talking about the average one that you shot with every day. We talking about the elites, the Rothschild. They control all the resources. The Lord is talking to them, man. And the rest of their people. Go ahead. Read it, call it, read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom, man. This is the Lord said concerning the so-called white man, which they ain't white, they red. Different shades of red and pink. Concerning the Edomites. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Right.
Is wisdom no more in teeming?
No, it's gone, man. It show you how gone that the wisdom of the so-called white man is. They passed bestiality laws in America. They show you they don't got no wisdom. Why would they do that? Why would they create GMO food? Because they don't got no wisdom. Go ahead.
Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the damned.
This is how we see that wisdom is vanishing because of how they treating the earth, man. Look what they doing to the animals. They got chemtrails in the air. Why would they do that? If they supposed to be the, if they say they the God chosen people, why would they spray chemtrails in the air, man? Why would they create weapons? Then they say Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in America is the worst type of people. But who gave them the guns? Who flourished in the drugs? They say Negroes is the worst type of drug dealers, but the so-called white man owns CVS that's open 24 hours. You can go get all type of drugs from CVS and Walgreens. Niggas don't own that. But we the worst type people in America though. Go ahead.
And it's more destruction. Because Jake destroying himself. You destroying everybody.
Right. This so-called white man, right. Niggas kill each other on neighborhoods and blocks. But the white man going through the four corners of the earth, taking all the resources. Then they'll go over there and take all the resources. Then sit in the missionary and say, teach them about Jesus. Jesus love you. We know we did to your country, but Jesus love you. They sit in the mercenaries, then they sit in the missionaries. That's what the so-called white man do, man. Go ahead up. But then Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, according to statistics, is the worst type of people on the planet. Go ahead.
For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes?
Thus the Lord said, hey, you supposed to leave something for the people. But the so-called white man ain't gonna leave nothing, man. Go ahead.
If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough.
And look, they destroying their own people, man. The Lord said a veteran don't supposed to go and fight war and then come home and suffer poverty. You got veterans in America that made it back from the war. They made it back. Some of them don't even got PTSD, but they don't got no other. They give them stamps, they get checks every month, but they homeless. It should be no veteran that went and fought war, according to the Bible, that suffers poverty, man. But we talking about the government of America got their own people suffering. Go ahead.
But I've made Esau bare.
Right.
I have uncovered his secret
This
place.
is the point of the lesson. Building on the title, the dawning of the destruction of America. The Lord is making this so-called white man bare, man. See, they've been hiding for years. The elites. They've been hiding, the Lord is exposing them. Because the light of the Lord is shining on America, man. Go ahead.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Right, they can't hide now. Because, hey, if we don't say nothing, you got Peter Schiff, Gerald Salente, Jeremy Bay, Richard Wolf, Chris Hedges. They talking about the elites, but not calling out the elites. They should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, as they say in Psalm 64 and 8. The Lord doing that, man. Go ahead.
His seed is spoiled.
Right, his nation. The nation, the Edomites, the so-called white men, their seed is becoming spoiled, man. Why? The niggas is rotten. Go ahead.
And his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Hey, the Lord wipes not. That right there, that verse right there, it said his seed is spoiled. They have They have an epidemic on suicide rate. They have a pandemic on they ain't reproducing faster they can be born, right? They dying off, man. Hey, what is it, Isaiah 24:5? Read that for me, please. It show you that they dying off. They ain't reproducing quick as they dying. Read that.
Isaiah
Verse 5
20,
and 6.
Isaiah 24:5.
Yep.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants
Who
thereof,
control the resources? The so-called white man. Go ahead.
because they have transgressed the laws,
Right.
changed the
You
ordinance,
ain't doing the land Sabbath. You create GMO food. Now you said we can't do a land Sabbath because the world is too populated with people. So we got to create food quickly as possible out of a fucking building, out of a damn lab. Go ahead.
broken the everlasting covenant.
Right.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth,
The Lord say, therefore have this curse devoured the earth. Go ahead.
and they that dwell therein are desolate.
Right.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned,
And what?
and few men left.
Few men left. So we see they got a suicide rate. The so-called white man got a suicide rate. They dying off. Right? And on top of that, they birth rate ain't reproducing. They ain't reproducing. So there's the Lord, hey, the Lord says it's gonna be a remnant, it's gonna be a remnant of everybody. You're gonna have a remnant of the Chinese that's gonna hide in bunkers. You're gonna have a remnant of the Edomites that's gonna hide in bunkers. Right? You're gonna have a remnant of the Japanese that's gonna hide. You're gonna have a remnant of the elect that's going up. Everybody, all nations is gonna be left few in numbers, man. And those are gonna be left few in numbers on the heathen, y'all going to captivity. Go ahead.
The new wine mourneth,
Right. And it's the philosophy of so-called white man. That's the new wine. It ain't adding up to the scriptures, man. As opposed to also, we analyze it. So that new wine, it ain't adding up to the old wine, man. Go ahead.
the vine languisheth,
Right. That's the so-called white man. His wisdom goes into the wisdom. His mind, everything that he done pushed out, is languishing. Go ahead.
all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Right. Why? Because now reality setting in. And now they say, oh, what this nigga taught us was a lie, man. That was the point you got up.
Prayer of Azariah 1 and 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of the lawless enemy,
Right.
the most hateful forsakers of God.
See? Goes back to Isaiah 24, man. They transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Jake did it too. Don't get it twisted. It applied to Jake first. It applied to Israelites first, man. But the so-called white man controls the earth now. He's in control of the resources. And easily he can eliminate hunger throughout the four corners of the earth. Why would they do that? This chick I did a video on talking about make America healthy again. How you gonna make America healthy again when they control, why would they heal you of having high blood pressure and diabetes when it's $1 trillion industry on selling pills to people that got high blood pressure and diabetes? Why would they heal you on cancer? Why would they heal you on the neuropathy? Because blood ain't circulating to your feet properly when you can drink some fucking beet juice and get rid of that shit. Why would they heal you on the neuropathy, all type of ailments, when they make trillions of dollars off selling you pills, picking poke to check your blood and shit? Now you see people walking around with the little square box patch on back of their arm, that's a diabetic, or got high blood pressure. Why would they heal you of that when they make trillions of dollars off selling pills? This is not what the so-called white man was built for, man. He make billions of dollars off keeping you sick, man. They selling you the GMO food, right? You breathing in chemtrails, they keep you sick. Why would they heal when this is how they make money, man?
I got two precepts
Go
for
ahead.
it if I can. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Right.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
And this is what we're doing, man. We're lifting up a banner according to the will of the Heavenly Father, man. And his only begotten Son, that this place is wicked, man. You got it.
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble.
That's what we out here doing, man. Week in and week out, shaking the hand of the so-called white man. Because he's the reason the earth is destroyed, man. It ain't because of Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. It's because of the so-called white man. And they don't want to admit it, man. But the Lord point fingers at them. It ain't us. We just reading you thus saith the Lord. Go ahead.
And this is go off of that. This is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly,
Right.
and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
Oh, they wicked deeds, man. We talking about those that control everything that goes on the earth, man. They the reason. You got islands of plastic and trash floating in the ocean. Why? Because of the so-called white man. They control the earth. And then they want to use their media and say, oh yeah, niggas is the worst kind of people. Well, according to FBI statistics, the most crime done in America, 61% of it is done by white people, man. Go ahead.
That was it, man.
There's more on
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yep.
prayer of Azariah 1 and 9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of the wicked. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of the lawless enemies,
Right.
most hateful forsakers of God.
Most hateful, man. And it show you this nigga rejected his birthright, man. The minute the nigga rejected his birthright, that nigga, the Lord like, man, cut that nigga off, man. Go ahead.
Unto an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world. That's how Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the
Right.
hands of the wicked.
In that 2 Ezra 9, hey, give me 2 Ezra 9 and 18 if you're done with that. It said that we were corrupted by a perpetual seed, man. You talking about the so-called white man. You got it. You hold something? You hold something?
That's 2 Edges 9.
Yeah, start at 18.
2 Edges 9 and 18.
They the reason, man. We're gonna keep the Lord say shake the hand at them. They may go into the gates of the nobles, man. It's their fault. The earth is out of course, man. Tell you that in the Psalms 82. You got it.
2 Edges 9 and 18. And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in, that now live,
Right.
no man spake against them.
Right.
For then everyone obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world
Right.
that is made are corrupted
By corrupted. How?
by a perpetual
By a perpetual seed. Go ahead.
and by a law which is unsearchable written so.
See, they create their own law. They create their own statutes and penal codes. They got their own judgment system. Right? What they say in Wisdom of Solomon 2? They're like, our justice, right, be the law. See, this is the ones that hate the Lord, man. Otherwise, there wouldn't be no states where you could. Bestiality law is legal in America, man. Bestiality law is legal in America. Who passed the bill for you to sleep with animals, man? The so-called white man did that. Now they creating 3D printed states. Beyond meat. They talking about cows fart too much. So now the ozone is out of whack. So now they creating 3D printed steaks and lab grown meat, man. How they talking about cows fart too much? So now the so-called white man saying that the Lord is not perfect, man.
Nahum chapter 3, start at verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Right. That's again. They exposed, man. They can't hide no more. Ain't no more hide. Go ahead.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness.
Right. And this what the world is seeing, the nakedness of the so-called white man. And this nigga got a thong on, man. Everybody's seeing this nigga nakedness, man. You got it.
And the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee.
And that's why I said Jeremiah 51, all the kings, the nations were angry, man. They mad. Why? Because of, man, we let this nigga play us, man. This man played us. We talking about the lowest of the low. You got it.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee.
Right.
And make thee vile. And will set thee at the gates of darkness.
That's what's happening, man. The Lord is making America. Start with America, man. But it's the elites that control America. The elites control Israel and America from where they hiding it, man. Because you'll never see them niggas, man. They hiding. When the Lord making the so-called white man, the gates is dark. He's the end. setting in of a new life, man. Go to some.
Like I said, man, everyone's finding out that this man is really not Superman.
Everybody,
He's
man.
Homeland.
And then I saw an article today, it said the Neanderthals were never destroyed. We know that! Nigga said the Neanderthals were never destroyed. We know that. We already know that. It's the so-called white man. The Lord put a suit of towel on this nigga and cut his hair. Cut his hair back.
What it meant.
They can even put gel in his hair now.
3-piece suits.
Yeah.
You know?
We know they ain't been destroyed. You got it, love. Yeah, man. Right. Oh, what's the Isaiah 26:10? That favor be showed to the wicked. Yeah, well, he not learned righteousness.
You can't say the Lord ain't fair. The Lord don't even like you and he cleans your ass up. He gave you a language. You know, you ain't eating marshmallows, you know, moved on up.
Yeah.
You done got fat while we was gone.
Yeah. Go ahead,
But now the Lord is raising up, and that's why part of the dawning, when you go into that word, we just went into it, the beginning of light as well. Because what light does is it exposes. So before Esau received that judgment, he's going to be exposed. Because it's a small thing for you just walk out your door on Tuesday and then destruction just happens. Damn, I don't know, it just happened. Nah, the Lord sent the prophets to tell you why it's about to happen. To explain the mind of the Lord and why he's about to judge the way he's judging. Because everybody sees what Esau's doing, just these people don't have enough courage, if you will, testicular fortitude to stand on it. Because it's true. It ain't like nobody lying. The things that brothers are bringing out ain't no lies. That's why when you talk about Esau's crime, the moment you do that, he deflects. Well, they had slaves in Africa. We ain't talking about Africa. We're talking about you, man.
Yeah.
Well, black people sold black people. What that got to do with you cutting off their rods? The Hamites wasn't over here doing that. You can say they sold us to you, but they wasn't over here burning Jake, cutting off ears and putting it on the top of the chimney. You was doing that, man, and now you're being exposed. You can't walk around the earth and act like innocent. Because you've been doing that for too long, and now the Lord is exposing you.
This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Right.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
See, they going back to Isaiah 24:5, they transgress the law, say the ordinance from the everlasting covenant. They set up their own way of life, their own standard. Like he said in Wisdom Solomon 2, it's what they said, let our justice be the law. So they established their own way of life. And the Lord said, hey, you're going to go to the enemy for the one of all things. So we had to follow them. Got it?
Verse 2. To turn aside the needy
Right.
from judgment,
Which is the Israelites. Go ahead.
and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
Right. But everything's going to be done according to the law of the Bible, man. Land Sabbath. If you take, it said gleaning grapes. It said this nigga ain't going to leave none of the grapes. Well, according to the law, you're going to leave something, man. That's the welfare system set up, man. You got it.
That widows may be their prey,
Right.
and that they may rob the fatherless.
And we became widows. All 12 tribes of Israel became widows, man. And we became fatherless, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far?
See? So that's the second Ezra 5:42. The Lord said, I liken my judgment unto a ring. Galatians 6 and 7. So eventually, what the so-called white man did to Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indians, and Haitians, it got to come back full circle. The world called it karma, but in the Bible it's called judgment. You got it.
And in the desolation which shall come from far.
And the Lord is being facetious right now.
Right.
Like, what can you do?
Right.
Because what is Esau trying to do? He's actively stocking up on guns and MREs as if that's going to save you. And the reality is going to hit. You can't save yourself from the judgment of the Lord.
Niggas spend $1 million on bumpers. Millions of dollars on these $1 billion sub yachts, man. Trying to hide this ain't most nine. We niggas building $1 billion sub yachts to hide in the waters, man. The nigga got a Hilton up there at the space station. It's a Hilton up there, man. Ain't no little Motel 6 up there, man. Cause they trying to hide. You got it.
It says, to whom will ye flee for help?
Right.
And where will ye leave your glory?
Right. Where you gonna go? The Lord said the same thing in Moab in Jeremiah 48. He said, give wings to Moab. Let me see if they can escape. Where you gonna hide at? Because y'all made yourself in 2 15. Y'all made yourself just like Babylon. It said, go into the Asia. So he said, give wings to Moab. Let me see if they can escape. Follow behind Edom. Y'all ass going to the same spot. Them fucking bunkers. And you gonna wait there, man. It's gonna be a remnant of them left because they're gonna be eating on each other. The Lord said, for very thirst, for very hunger of thirst, they're gonna be eating each other's blood, man. You got it.
That was
Okay. You know the song? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 25 and 7.
And we wait. That's why I say here is the patience and faith of the saints, man. We wait patiently, man. Because it's gonna be glorious to see what Yahweh Shema gonna do to the so-called white man for all his wickedness, man. These niggas think they done got away with that shit. You got it.
Ezekiel 25 and 7. Behold, therefore, I will stretch out my hand upon thee
Right.
and deliver.
We watching all these nations fall, man. We watching all these nations fall.
Right.
Hey, they made a consent together, and they all falling together, man. You got it.
Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking violence, and have greatly offended and venged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Edom shall fall by the sword.
And we read in Numbers 24, it said Amalek was the first of the nation, but their latter end shall be, they shall perish, man. Because in Amos 9, it says, I will slay the last of them with the sword. That's the elite, Amalek. The Lord mentioned in Edom, man. We talking about the head of them. Go ahead.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Right.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury.
And that's not what Yahweh shot, man. That's how they came out of Jacob, man. It said in Amos in number 24, it said he gonna take hold of Edom, man. You got it.
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power.
Right.
I got one for you. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And the brother was going into all the shameful spewing that the so-called white man has done in the earth, man. And now that the so-called white man is being exposed, now everything that his glory is becoming his same shame, because he's created a wilderness. When it comes to the earth, he's turned the whole world into a wilderness, man. He's turned this place into a concrete jungle. And now it was a point in time to where people were in a stupor to what was happening in the earth, but now the Lord is causing the so-called white man to be exposed for who he truly is, man.
Bro, you said a concrete jungle. Hey, when Gad and Reuben and Esau was over there, there's no fucking concrete over here, man. The Lord, what nigga come up with this shit at? It had to be the Lord, man. The fucking concrete jungle for real, man.
Hey, and everything the brother is talking about, you know, it seems to the public eye that we're just disgruntled on Negroes. But when you really dig down to the core of the message, all these things are true. Everything that brothers are bringing out are facts. The so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. When you go into the word devil, it means deceiver, slander. That's what he is. He's accuser. He's a demon, man. Everything that he's done in the planet Earth has been contrary to the Heavenly Father. And
Yeah.
exactly, he tried to shame you for exposing the truth, which is why this world cannot and will not continue, because this world doesn't allow for truth to flourish. And that's why the Lord is coming to establish his kingdom, to where truth and righteousness will be able to flourish forever, man.
Okay, and look at the plot with cancel culture. They put out cancel culture and say, look, you might so-called white man can't talk bad about you, niggas, you know, cancel. Really, they did that. That was a Trojan horse. So they can say, look, you can't talk about us as slave masters no more, but we're going to cancel. And that's making a man an offender for a word. And that's the society we live in. You can't speak truth because you're afraid of repercussions.
That's the one that Satiated did. He went to Israel and passed that bill. Yep, that's what he did. But that applies to them 501c3, man. Yeah, that don't apply to us out here in the highways and everything. But it does set the Lord out here.
Hey, and it's so much, you know, we don't have time to speak about that is going on in this world, man.
Yep.
That is being exposed. I like to get into it because it's a lot of shit that you don't see without the truth, without a mind that has truth. You won't be able to understand what's going on out here in the world. The so-called white man has set up so many devices and systems to where that's what the Lord said in Malachi, the 4th chapter, that he's going to have to destroy him from the root, man.
Yep.
Because he's been allowed to set himself throughout the 4 corners of the globe. He's taken deep root everywhere. You go into the land of Moab, you go into the land of Ammon, Ishmael, his roots are there.
Hey, they got central banks in all these countries, man. There's a central bank in every country, man, that the Rothschild controls, man.
Yep. Hey, even when you go into being able to even fly, to get your flight license, you have to understand English, man. It's a standard to understand English in order to fly, which shows you who's in charge of the earth, man. If that's the standard for everybody to have to learn English in order to be a pilot, that lets you know who's in charge of the world, man.
Right.
He runs the world just from a shadow perspective, because he doesn't want to be seen. Because if people see him, it's gonna be like in the ancient world. Who the fuck is that?
Everybody be at the elite front door. If everybody knew where they stayed at, they gotta stay here, man. Because now that the Lord is exposing everything that's happening that's negative, it goes back to the elites, man. Everything, man. So everybody, the minute them niggas walk out the door, they'll be getting sniped, man.
Right. They're like a true disease. A disease hides itself in the body, so that the white blood cells can't attack it. It hides itself in different cells and different parts of the body, so you can't really find out where the fuck it's at.
That's the elites.
That's the elites. They hide themselves very well, but the Lord is shining that light on them.
Yeah.
If I get this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes.
Because one of Esau's greatest tools was deception. Right. That was one of his greatest tools. It's violence, of course, but it's also deception. That's how he was able to do this for so long. All right, the Lord allowed him to control the narrative. You gotta remember, there was a time where the only news you got was from a certain amount of channels.
Yep.
Before the internet, you had to go to channel 3, channel 4, and between 5 and 7 to find out what's going on in the earth. And then they started having 24-hour news channels like CNN. At one point, he had control of the information. The internet threw all of that away through the spirit of fire by small shot. And he tried to write people off as conspiracy theories. But it showed you the spirit of the Lord, because men are standing up in great boldness and they don't care about those slanders. They don't care about being labeled according to what you think.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 24 and 32. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever. And the Lord has caused his doctrine to shine as the morning, man. This doctrine of truth has shone upon the whole world. And now the so-called white man it's impossible for him to hide himself. Everybody knows the truth. And new things are being discovered every week. New atrocities, new different demonic systems and crimes that he's done. Everything is being exposed, and that's why it's a part of the gospel, and it's a part of our duty to constantly speak on the so-called white man.
Because he did the shit, man. Just like how Jake had to walk around with this stigma that you gonna rob. You know, when you deal with these so-called white people, you walk by them late at night, they clutch their purse. Why? Because there's a stigma that they pushed out there that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are criminals. Well, you are actually a criminal. How you became who you are as a nation of people is through crime. Right. And instead of admitting this shit, you put out critical race theory and say we don't want to teach them that we're victims and oppressors. It's the truth. So we just gonna ignore the truth? Yeah. Well, you gotta select few men who are not going to ignore the truth. They're gonna call out the elephant in the room.
Hey, go read your precept. Hey, come King David said, Thy light is as darkness, even in darkness, the light itself.
We're in a world where you can't even say what's honestly true for fear of persecution. But then on camera, Esau hop out here like, look, we're moral, we're just people, we're civilized. A civilized people wouldn't create a system of lies and then punish people for telling the truth.
Right.
That ain't a civilized nation of people. This is just very organized wickedness, man. That's what it is.
Go ahead, you got it.
All right, Isaiah chapter 25, verse 4 in the NLT version. But you are a tower of refuge to the poor, O Lord, a tower of refuge to the needy in distress. You are a refuge from the storm and a shelter from the heat for the oppressive acts of ruthless people.
Man, oppressive acts of ruthless people. Anybody that'll hang somebody, not until they die, just hang them until they almost dead. Bring them back down, cut their ear off, and then string them back up. That's ruthless, man. That's ruthless. Jake got care for their beasts. Jake got compassion. But you're not gonna find that in Esau. And our people keep trying to find a quality that nigga don't possess. He don't possess compassion. Not even amongst the other Edomites. They start whole world wars about shit they done stole. They all stole as a nation, and now they fight over what they done stole. And they're willing to bleed and die for it.
And certainly with the Civil War in America, man. With the French, Spanish, and the British, man. And the American colonizers, man. The 13 colonies. This is 4 groups of Edomites fighting amongst themselves, man. The French, the Spanish, and the British, and the American colonizers, man.
And then you call it out. They can't say it's a lie, so they just say you're being hateful. How? You did it, not me.
And the Lord code, because the same was with last semester, Ptolemy, Seleucus, and Lysander. The same 4 was fighting again in America, man. The colonized America, man. Show you how cold the Lord is.
For the oppressive acts of ruthless people are like a storm beating against a wall, or like the relentless heat of the desert. But you silence the roar of foreign nations, as the shade of a cloud cools relentless heat. So the boastful songs of ruthless people are still. In Jerusalem, the Lord of heaven's armies will spread a wonderful feast for all the people of the world. It will be a delicious banquet with clear, well-aged wine and choice meat. There he will remove the cloud of gloom, the shadow of death that hangs over the earth. He will swallow up death forever, the sovereign Lord.
The shadow of death that hangs over the earth is the wickedness of the so-called white man.
It's a boastful song of ruthless people. And it make me think about how we had to grow up singing the Star Spangled Banner. And you held that last verse because you knew what it was. But Jake didn't know. So you were really just playing in Jake's face.
Yeah.
But the Lord saw it though. And now the Lord got the rim to stand on their feet with great boldness to call you out for it. And there's nothing you can say. You have no defense. You have no rebuttal.
Hell yeah! Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
So-called white man.
He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from off all faces. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai hath spoken.
So this is Psalm 119 and 69. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts in my whole heart. It was them that started with the lies. The brother making the point. In Job 13:4, you are forced to lies, you have positions in no value. It said the proud have forged a lie against me. Just what the so-called white man did by using the media, man. Right. They use the media and say, oh, most of the crime in America is done by Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Asians. And according to FBI statistics, 60% of the crime in America is done by white people. 60% of the people that's on government assistance is white people, man. Section 8 HUD, habitat housing, Social Security disability is white people, man.
And then they shame Jake for that.
Because they control the media.
We got too many freeloaders.
It's your people doing this shit. It's your people, man. This what proof. This is proof. That's real fact checks. Read this for me real quick. You got it?
Yeah. Psalms 139 and verse 11. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me.
Right, this is so-called white man. Hey, get me Joe. Let me get it. I'll get it. Let me
Surely
get it.
darkness shall cover me.
Go ahead. I got it.
Because you know the Illuminati got the owl to see the darkness.
Right.
Esau thrives in darkness. He thrives in that because he can hide and do all his dirt
Right.
and think nobody sees it.
Right.
That's why they come out here and be so. What's up, Tyrone? Because they think that shit works. But the Lord's starting to shine that light on them and it don't work anymore.
Right. Go ahead.
If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me.
Even the night shall be light, man. Right? You can't hide in the dark from the Lord. And this is Job 15 and 22. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword.
Right.
Yeah, you come here. So now the Lord say you can say something.
No, you got it, bro.
The Lord say he's gonna make the so-called white man barren, man. And what we seeing what's happening is the elites that been controlling the resources, destroying the earth. The Lord is making them barren, man. And everybody is falling because of them.
This is Isaiah 29 and 20 in the NLT. It says, the scoffer will be gone, the arrogant will disappear, and those who plot evil will be killed. Those who convict the innocent by their false testimony will disappear.
See, they said a proud force of lie against us, man.
Hey,
A similar
it says the scoffer.
Right.
Esau is a scoffer, man. He's a scoffer
He's a slanderer.
of communities and cultures that he created, man.
But we don't give, like, we at a point now through the spirit, we don't give a fuck about what the so-called white man
We
do.
don't need no validation.
2/3 of our people, they do. We don't care what you do.
Yeah.
We don't look at you like you are any importance to us.
Nigga, you was in the end of the
2/3 of our people reverence you. We don't. We see you for the devil that you are, not the hero you pretend to be. Like you say something about?
No, he's a scoffer at the communities and the cultures that he's created himself, man. He created black culture, he created Latino and native culture, and he scoffs at it because it's so destructive. When he created it, man. You got it.
Hey, and the cold part about it, we brought that point out earlier. Jake is just a cheap imitation of the so-called white man. That's what black culture is. It's just a great value version of Esau. Yeah, it's that Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree brand of Esau. The one that you the cereal in the bag. Not you ain't Fruit Loops, but
you Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, you're not the real McCoy. You're just an imitation.
Just like that word is.
So Jake, the whole black culture thing is a cheap imitation of what Esau Edom does across the planet. What he does across the planet, because his shit just organized.
That's it.
Yeah, his shit organized. He got corporations. He don't gotta have a trap house. He don't gotta trap out the vandals. He rent out a building and have pharmacists in there and educate them on which drugs to get. Oh yeah, you need that Xanax. That shit there. Come here, my boy. But he ain't gonna talk to you like that. He gonna use them sophisticated words and put that shit in Latin. It's still wicked.
Word salad.
Yeah, give you that word salad.
Toss you to and fro.
He was the original finesse. He's the original Jugger. The trap star. He's the original. The goblin. Jake just a cheap imitation. Jake just riding around pretending to be Esau.
They're gonna have a media back in the media. This is Psalms 10 and 13.
And it's heavy said that because they gave a nigga Mike in trouble, man. They gave you Mike in trouble, man. GTA, man. They gave you Mike in trouble, man. Yeah. You got the suit and tie Edomite, and you got that Edomite that country. Hey, all he do is cook milk all day, man. Yeah. Ride around the country, terrorize.
Psalms 10 and 13. Wherefore doeth the wicked condemn God?
Right.
Yeah. What is, come on, bro. What we talking about, man?
But they said the Lord, that's what I made the point earlier, man. For them to say, oh, everything they doing, they just saying that the Lord ain't perfect, man. The Lord wasn't perfect in his creation.
Bro, the audacity you gotta have to say God ain't make this. This happened by accident. The nuts on you. To say this ain't, no, God ain't created this. We all come from single cell organisms. Just like if you put all these iPhone parts in one place and spread them out, if you give it 1 billion years, it'll turn into an iPhone. That's basically what he's saying about creation. And it shows you the pride of this nigga, man.
The article I put in the tell said that a meteorite the size of a mountain came down, hit Earth, and then life came about.
Every 20 years, the nigga gotta clean it up. It was a cosmic soup first.
Right.
And then from that, you have one cell organism.
Right.
But one thing you notice about creation in general, you don't have 2 cell organisms. You don't have 3 cell organisms. You don't have 4 cell organisms. But the nigga said we all evolved from a 1 cell organism. And people just ate that shit up. To this day. To the point where when you speak truth concerning the scriptures, you get scoffed at.
The earth 65 billion years old.
Billion.
But then you got Edomites, so-called white people that created a book called Evolution Handbook. The earth ain't no more than 13,000 years old, man. So somebody lying. And according to the Bible, 13,000 years would be the most the earth is. You got it.
Psalms 10 and 13.
Because where's all the bones?
Right.
Niggas been out here for billions of years. Where all the fucking
We're
bones
talking about
at?
dinosaurs 65 billion years ago.
Man, find one femur and just say, just throw 65 billion on it.
Yeah.
And he just crawled out of the cave not too long ago.
Yeah.
Like the whole Lucy thing. They found out the Lucy bone was just a bone of a monkey. But niggas took that shit and just ran with it. Because Esau just be, this nigga's a real freestyler. He just off the top of the dome. 50 cent wings, he just right off the top. And people eat the shit up, but now through the spirit, light is coming into the world. And now it's being exposed how dumb this shit looks, how dumb this shit sounds. You in there teaching kids, babies, that everything came from a 1 cell organism and nothing produced something. Out of thin air, you get all this creation. Planets you can't even count. Come on, bro.
Psalms 10, 13. Wherefore doeth the wicked condemn God? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it.
Yeah, they ain't got to pay for that. Because by saying that, you basically said the Lord wasn't involved in his own creation. That's it.
Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief
Right.
and spite.
It said thou hast seen it, thou beholdest mischief and what? Spite.
And that's how we know the Lord is patient.
Right.
So that shit, bro, when you just sit back and think about everything this nigga done, not just to us, but
To the earth,
how he
period.
talk about the Lord, how he use these word salads to say God don't exist. That all of this happened by accident. All of that, bro. That's why the judgment is, he's gonna receive a judgment worthy of that arrogance.
Oh yeah, that happened. Show you that the Lord ain't created it.
So by default, he's the smartest being in existence.
Alright. To require it with thy hand, the poor committed himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless.
This is our Psalm 139 and 11. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yeah, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. Heard that they done, man. The Lord has been patient and just watching.
NLT, Psalms 10 and 13 in the NLT. Why do the wicked get away with despising the Most High? They think the Most High will never call us to account.
Right, okay.
But you see the trouble and grief they cause. You take note of it and punish them.
Right.
The helpless put their trust in you.
And like it says in Isaiah 43, ye are my witnesses. So the Lord woke up the elect to really witness a master at work. This is a master at work. Class is in session. We learning patience. We learning the necessity of judgment. We learning mercy. And we learning how how detailed the Lord is with this. Not just creation, but judgment. The Lord the deeper you look, the more it is to see.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:26. But they that would not be reformed by that correction, wherein he dallied with them, shall feel a judgment worthy of God.
That's the spirit. 'Cause I was looking for that. A judgment. So now you earned this one. You work hard and you earned the judgment of the Lord. Your heritage.
Antiochus.
Right.
Antiochus Episcopal, man. He earned that, man. The judgment the Lord brought on him, he earned that. Hey, get that Psalm 10 and 4 in the NLT, and to tell you that they seem to think that God is dead.
Yeah, man.
And
And that goes into
I heard the brother in Australia brought that out in the NLT.
right. Because Thomas Jefferson was a deist.
Right.
But he believed that God made the world and just left it to his own, to his own device, so anything goes now.
Lee Hawkins said that same man.
Nah, that ain't how the Lord works, man. And they said that so they could sleep at night.
Right.
That's why he had that quote of, what if God is just and his justice will not sleep forever? Then he said, I will foresee a wheel of fortune, a turning of fortune. Meaning if God is just and he don't sleep forever, eventually what we've done is going to come back on us. And this was him writing in his own personal thoughts.
Well, like you're talking to a ring, man. Yep. You got it. We're put it.
Psalms 10 and 4 in the NLT. The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High.
Right.
They seem to think that God is dead.
Right. This is what they push in the earth. Ain't no God. Big Bang Theory. Right. Cosmic rain and the cosmic rock. The Lord ain't no, and we the God.
Right.
We the God.
Proverbs 24 and 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them.
Yeah, we don't desire to be amongst the human like that. We don't trim our ways to seek love for you, so. Alright? We agree with our adversary quickly. We in the world, we get in and we get out. But we ain't trying to have fellowship with the Edomites because the Lord has already showed us that nigga will never change. This is who he is. He's the top op on the earth, man. You got it.
For their heart studieth destruction,
Right.
and their lips talk mischief.
Read that again. Call it out. Read it again.
Proverbs 24 and 1. Be not thou envious against evil men,
Right.
neither desire to be with them.
Hey, because there's a time of destruction coming. That's what Esau said. I was envious at them when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Right, but he said then, until I came into the courts of the Lord, then understand how they let it in. So we don't got to really be envious of the so-called white man, because them bastards about to go, man. They already dying off as they be born. They can't reproduce. They got a opioid crisis, right? Opioid crisis and a suicide rate for the so-called white people. They dying, man. So we're gonna really be envious at these bastards.
You're losing your woman to your slave.
Yeah, they losing their women to their slaves, man.
Stop that.
The so-called white woman is jumping on Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans now, man. The white man is losing, man. And this is their last great white hope. Trump is their last great white hope, man. According to the Bible. You got it.
For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief.
He said a hard study of destruction, man. That's what he was designed to do. Look at all the nations around the earth. All the nations follow the so-called white man, suits and ties. The Chinese and Japanese, they don't even wear their ancient garments, man. They wearing suits and ties, man. Show you how much the so-called white man's lies has destroyed the earth, man. Go ahead.
This Psalm 36 and 1. It said the transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there's like, the transgression of the wicked said within my heart that there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good.
See, the Lord said he took away the wisdom from teeth. He said he took away their counsel. So now they just left to be niggas in the earth, man. So what man in his right mind will create GMO food, man? Ain't no nutrients in the food, man. What man that's right in his right mind would do that? That's a man that don't got no wisdom, man. You got it.
He devises mischief upon his bed.
Right.
He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Hey, the Lord said he made the wisdom of this world foolishness. All right, bro. He made the wisdom of this world foolishness, man. So the wisdom that the so-called white man got, it ain't wisdom. And to tell you that with Ecclesiastes 19 and 22. Because the wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom, man. Okay.
I get the NLT.
Yep.
It says, sin whispers to the wicked deep within their hearts. They have no fear of the Most High at all.
Right, and they show that in their daily actions, man. Because they say they seem to think the Lord is dead, man. You got it.
In their blind conceit, they cannot see how wicked they really are. Everything they say is crooked and deceitful.
Right. And the Lord said, what he have made crooked cannot be straightened. You got it.
They refuse to act wisely or do good. They lie awake at night, hatching sinful plots. Their actions are never good.
And we bring this point out all the time. You gave Jake 60,000, 70,000 in Babylon the Great. That nigga ain't gonna be thinking about anybody's woman. Right. You give Jake enough, he ain't even gotta be a millionaire. That's how Jake is. We're naturally passionate people. And one thing Jake do is that whenever they get to a point where they good, they always show love. Esau is the type of nigga that get all that bread and still be in the crib, lose his sleep, unless you overthrow somebody. That's a sick mind. You gotta understand, ain't no convincing him that this is the truth. Ain't no convincing him that he go out to pay for what he's done. We just said so it's a witness against him.
It says they make no attempt to turn from evil.
They know, man, like what you saw in the truth said, they said, come and let us use the world. Hey, let us use it and abuse it, man. Because our time is short and tedious.
7 abominations in his heart.
Right, 7 abominations, right. Proverbs, right.
Proverbs 10 and 14. The wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is their destruction. The rich man's wealth is a strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty.
It says rich man's wealth is a strong city. That's why I always say, hey, if the white man didn't have the rich, nobody want to hang out with him. Man.
Every night.
That's his strong city, his riches.
The resource, man.
Right, the resource. Without the resources, kill Neanderthal, man.
Nobody would want to kill the so-called. The nigga not funny. Like,
Right.
you know, like, it ain't nothing that Esau do that would make people want to be around him if he didn't have resources. Nothing, man. The nigga, you can't cook. At least the Edomites, they can whip up something, it's gonna be hot. And you gotta watch them because they dirty. They always be washing their hands and shit, but they food be on point. What does Esau bring to the earth? Just sit back and think. Sit back and just ask yourself, as a nation of people, what do they bring to the earth?
Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 29. It reads, who will justify him that sinneth against his own soul? Right. And who will honor him that dishonoreth his own life?
Right.
The poor man is honored for his skills,
Right.
and the rich man is honored for his riches.
Right.
He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
And that's why the scriptures say the rich sit in low places. All Esau got is a bag. That's all he got. And it ain't even real. And he got it by deceit. Meaning the judgment is pending. Like you can't even enjoy it. Business saying they ain't enjoying this. They got more than heart for wish, but they not enjoying it.
And that's why I said, Ecclesiastes, a matter of fact, let me read this real quick. This is what they holding on, because the whole run of Trump was making America great again, right? Ecclesiastes, this is what the elites, the Edomites, and so-called white people holding on to as a nation of people. Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 10. Ecclesiastes 7:10 and reads, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? But thou doest not inquire wisely concerning them. So why does it say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? But thou doest not inquire wisely concerning them. They trying to make America great again because they losing. They losing, man. Everything they have accumulated here, they losing it, man. And what they got, the Lord gave it to them. They ain't created on their own. So they're trying to hold on. Hey, because as it says in Job 11, they're going to give the best, the hope they got is give up the ghost, man. Because, hey, the son of the Lord gave it to them. Hey, you got to give it up.
But in the latter,
that's Job,
but in the latter days, they will seek that and won't be able to
Won't
find
be
it.
able to find it.
This is Proverbs 10 and 21.
That's how bad it's going to be, man. They don't want to die, man, but they ain't going to be able to.
That's why whenever you catch in hell, just remember you are not an Edomite.
Right.
You being chastened by the Lord, but you are not an Edomite. Edomites ain't got nothing good coming to you. Nothing. Right, that's all. Yeah. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, all that wealth that they got, cool, keep it. We don't want no parts of it.
Hello, God. My name is Danny Mayo. I'm an Edomite. I want my birthright
I want my
back.
birthright back.
I got something for you.
Proverbs 10 and 21. The lips of the righteous feed many,
Right.
but fools die for the want of wisdom.
Hey, we were talking about that last night, man. In Job 28, it say, where is wisdom? Wisdom cannot be found in the land of the living. It is not among men. And the Lord got to give you this. He's talking walk around the earth. Hey, they talking about the fountain of youth, right? They're looking for Atlantis and all this mythical shit. No, man, the fountain of youth is where Yahweh Shema Rashad, and it's only extended to the Israelites, man. He's in the kingdom of heaven. All the other 16 heathen nations gonna die. They're gonna get old. And we're gonna watch their ass get old and die, man. Hey, what Solomon said, I had men servants and maid servants born in my house, man.
Born in the house.
That's gonna be in the kingdom, man. We're gonna watch you motherfuckers get old, working till your fucking back broke. And we'll see you again in 3 or 4. We'll see you again. Don't worry about it. Go to sleep.
And with all these universities that they created, okay, they ain't learning nothing.
Right.
Yeah, it's not knowledge. And one thing you notice with how the Lord operated with Esau is he gave him more than all the other nations.
Yeah.
Concerning the control of the earth.
Yeah.
But it's certain things he can't touch.
Right.
He can't touch wisdom.
Nope.
It's a reason billionaires go sit courtside to watch Jacob. Because no matter, with all that money, you still don't have the physical and the spiritual seasoning that the Lord gave us as Israelites.
I want your eyes.
Yeah. You see some oversized, fat ass, wrinkly, dude Edomite. He's a billionaire now. Coming out with the suit jacket and the button-up shirt with the top two is open up, and that's his version of style. And he sit right there, courtside, and just watch Jake. And you can see the amazement on their face. How can they do that? Because you can't pay for that. You can't buy that. Like faith, you can't go somewhere and say, I got $2. Let me get that fake right there on the top shelf. Let me get that for wisdom. You can't buy that. The Lord got to give you the ability to receive it or not.
Educated white men. The background is up. The background is always a bookshelf with all these many books.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're very good at witchcraft.
So they flatter themselves in their own eyes.
Yeah.
So they boast of what they've done and what they've gotten, what they think they've gotten away with.
Right.
Yeah, and all the read, if he did read all the books on the fucking shelf, it still ain't get you no closer to your house.
Right. Because that wisdom wasn't imparted to them.
Right. Beautiful. You got it.
Proverbs 10 and 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for the want of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord maketh rich, and he added no sorrow to it.
That was Solomon. Solomon didn't have no sorrow. He asked the Lord for wisdom to guide the house of Israel. Man. The Lord added everything else with it. And he had no sorrow behind that, man.
I got it.
Esau's riches are attainable because it's going to come with sorrow. It's going to come with that judgment. And even Jacob decide, whenever they attain a certain amount of resources, they become what you might term rich. It comes with trouble. Brothers had brought this out a couple weeks ago. True wealth means you can spend time with your family. You could go to sleep and money is being made while you sleep. You don't have to go push a basketball 8 months out the year or 6 months out the year.
This is our Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, going into a point that was made earlier. It says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious. And this is something that they themselves know. They know that their life is short. They know that their life is tedious. It's not nothing new to them. You know, this is a new train of thought to us in a sense. But these devils have always known that. They don't have, their life is short. Their time here on earth is short. It says, in the death of man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Right.
For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our hearts.
See their name. They know their name, man. They would have no more importance on the earth, man. They're just going to be regular, they're going to be nobodies, man. Just like when they got pushed into the cave into Europe, they're going to be nobodies, man. So that's why they got to get it on this end now.
Yeah, what we were saying earlier, you know, the so-called white man has built the whole empire that he can't even enjoy himself. Yeah. Because in his mind, these things are constantly beating in his mind. Our breath, the breath in our nostrils is as smoke.
They spend the time maintaining it. Once you get it, you got to maintain it.
His goal is counsel.
See, that ain't going to be, Solomon and King David, they had to maintain it.
To maintain his soul.
From the Lord.
Yeah.
So it was death.
This is Proverbs 10 and 27. The fear of the Lord prolongeth life.
Right.
But the years of the wicked shall be short.
And that's pending. Real quick, the land back. This is Isaiah 14 and 14 in the GMT. It says, you said you would climb to the tops of the clouds and be like the Almighty. But instead you have been brought down to the deepest part of the world of the dead. Because he's gonna be the lowest amongst the heathen. He's gonna be the lowest. It says the dead will stare and gape at you. And the dead is talking about the other nations. It says they will ask, is this the man who shook the earth and made kingdoms tremble? Is this the man who destroyed cities and turned the world into a desert? Is this the man who never freed his prisoners or let them go home?
And that's the problem. In this 3 or 4 beings, the Lord said, thus shall I eat all the days of our life, which is confusion, right? And on our belly shall I go. You're going to be the basis of men. So that was the prophecy in the beginning. The Lord told Esau, man, the serpent, the seed line of the wicked. Okay.
Proverbs 10 and 28. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish.
See, I used to read that. I've been reading that a lot. I read that a lot because go to Job 11 and 20. It said the best hope that the so-called white man got. His hope is this blood goes, man. Well, read our hope again. There's a few precepts in there. Read that again.
Proverbs 10 and 27. The fear of the Lord prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be short. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish.
It said, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. What's our expectation in Romans 8? We got it coming, man. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. That's our expectation, man.
And the scriptures say better is the end of the thing.
Right.
The Lord got all of the hard, heavy lifting for us. The Lord got it out the way. All the bullshit we had to deal with through the Spirit, the Lord got it out the way. Whereas the other nations, they're going to have to go through hell and then come back and do better. The Lord gave us the hell first. We've been chastened, but the end of this is immortality. And once this is over, it's over forever, man. That's the beauty of our situation with the Spirit. You're going to have servants in your houses. Because brothers had this conversation too. Which nation would you have as a servant in your home? Like your right, like the go-to servant. Like, look, get this done. Get the other servants in line. Which nation? Some brothers said Japheth, some brothers said Ishmael. But even with that, you're gonna have a conversation with them and be like, look, you're gonna die, but you'll be back. And I'm gonna keep your family line. So imagine that. You done spent lifetimes with the same servant who keep dying and coming back. But he know that. That's going to be a joy through the Spirit. And the heathens are going to be happy because of it, man.
Hey, read 20. I got it. Proverbs 10 and 29. The way of Yahweh is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the ways of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. You see? Hey, this time coming that, hey, you ain't going to have control of the earth anymore, man.
They said we shall never be removed.
You never be removed, right?
A kingdom that shall never be destroyed. So it is a light affliction when you look at the end of this. The end of it is immortality. The end of it is a rulership that don't end.
Hey, comfort is coming back into the earth. You know, the world speaks about this place called heaven, to where, you know, everybody there's comfort, right? But their idea of heaven is totally contrary to the Bible.
Right.
In heaven, there is going to be comfort. All nations are going to be comforted ultimately, but under the nation of Israel. Because like the brother's going into, when you have a servant that's born into your household, that's comfort to them, because that's protection. You under the protection of, hey, that your master, your king, that household. And that brings comfort to you, because you know your son is going to grow up in a righteous household. Your daughter is going to be probably given off into a son of the king or the master. So that brings those heathens comfort, man. But Israel, the Lord, first and foremost, has to receive their comfort first. And then, after 1,000 years, then they can receive theirs, man.
They may be happy. They just imagine if a brother have a servant. Let's say a brother got an Ishmaelite servant, and he's the right hand. They call those stewards. So the steward is the servant that knows pretty much the lay of the land. Those are the servants that do this, those are the servants that do that. And you got the Ishmaelite, he's blessed, because he can go back to his homeland and have stories that none of his brethren have. You giving him game that none of his brethren have. They have 24/7 access to an Israelite man. And don't let it be one of the elect. Yeah. That's a privilege. Like how Jake love to brag about that good job. I work on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I can pull some strings for you. Hey, Elon. Bro, I call him Elon. I don't call him the same way. Yeah. That's how they gonna be with brothers. That's how they gonna be with brothers like this. Yes, that's my Lord. What you mean? But they gonna be perfect about that. Hey, that's my Lord right there. That's my Lord I thought. Yeah. Boy, you know what he did for my family? Yeah, and I'm coming back in the same line. And you told me you gonna bring me back in this bitch. You know that kind of, come on, man. You got a lot to do for.
Hey, that the word Zion, like memorial. This is Proverbs 10 and 7. The memorial of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot.
Right, and the memorial goes into something that's everlasting. You know, that's something that's set in stone. And the memorial of the righteous is going to be everlasting, man. Just like it already is. Because we have accounts in the scriptures of memorials in the scriptures of righteous men that have that lived the test of time until now.
That's why I said, Job, it takes you like our father.
One thing with a memorial is also the reputation.
Right.
The reputation of us as a nation of people, the world gonna be able to look back and say, they ain't never do us like that. They ain't never do us like that. They gonna be able to look back and be like, damn, they went through slavery after slavery after slavery, and then the Lord saved them in the end, and now we living better because of that. They're gonna know the story of Yahweh Shah, and the reputation of us as a nation is gonna be stamped forever.
They're going to hate the Edomite forever.
Exactly. And see, that's the opposite side of it. The vessels of wrath that are set for destruction. They reputation as a nation of people is going to be forever. The ones who pillage to become who they are. Through deception and pillage.
We follow them, so we had to suffer with them.
The name of them just Ra.
Right.
That's the name Esau, Edom. Yeah. That's gonna rock.
That's a reputation forever.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 14.
The only reason people believe he's a good guy right now is because he done lied. He got control of the narrative.
It says, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin frost that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as a remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet.
This is the point that the brother brought out earlier about comfort. Proverbs 3:22. So they shall be unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou.
What should be grace to our soul? Read up some. Read 21.
21. My son.
Start at 20.
20. By his knowledge the depths are broken up.
Right. By his knowledge. That's the point.
By his knowledge the depths are broken up.
That's what happens. When they talk about the Job and the man about how the uniform break up the ground, fallow ground. So that's the Lord sowing seed. So what the so-called white man had taught us, through the knowledge of the Lord, that shit is broke up, man. Go ahead, read it again.
By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew.
See, that's Deuteronomy 32:2. The Lord shall rain down his darkness dew. Go ahead.
My son, let them not depart from thine eyes.
Right.
Keep sound wisdom and discretion.
Right.
So shall they be life unto thy soul.
See the point I was making? When you start to read 22, it says, read it again. It sounds weird. Read it again.
Back to 20?
No, start at 22.
22? Okay. So shall they be life unto thy soul.
Right. So what's life to our soul? It's the knowledge of the Lord that breaks up. Go ahead.
So shall they be life unto thy soul,
right,
and grace unto thy neck. Then shall they walk in thy way safely.
Right. It said, "This should be grace to thy neck." Yahweh said in Matthew 11, 28 to 30, "Put my yoke upon you and learn of me." Go ahead.
So they shall. Then shall thou walk in thy way safely.
Right. Trusting in Yahweh Shema.
And
we know we safe now. No matter what happens in our life, as long as you endure in your heart by Shema, you safe, man. Fuck what a nigga think, man. Go ahead.
And grace to thy neck.
Right.
And thy foot shall not stumble.
Right.
When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid.
Right.
Yet thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet.
And your foot not stumbling because you got a root. You have been rooted, man. You got a foundation. And the foundation is Yahweh Shah. So you ain't gonna be tossed to and fro. And the Lord said in 1 Peter 2, it said they that trust in Yahweh Shah cannot be confounded, man. Because you gotta found your foundation. You planted. And we know what we worship.
This is Hebrews 6 and 18, that by two immutable things in which it was impossible for Yahweh Shema Shah to lie, we might have a strong consolation who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil.
And I don't give a damn how big the boat is, whatever type of yacht it is, there's the anchor for that, yeah. It ain't going nowhere, man.
And our people don't have a foundation. They don't have an anchor. That's
Right.
why Esau can just say anything to them and they accept it.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a ground. They're not grounded. That's why the scriptures talk about the making of many books. When you don't have a foundation, you don't have the ability to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Because you don't have a standard in the first place. I got a definition of everybody for the anchor word. It says an anchor, metaphor, any stay or safeguard.
Yeah. See? Yeah. You read on that up? You have more than you read?
Proverbs.
And really, that's when you get into it, it's really the milk. The milk really keep you anchored and grounded. That's why scripture talk about desiring the sincere milk, because that's going to keep you grounded. Because when prophecy start happening, when things start happening in the earth on a major way, it's the things you have faith on concerning the milk that's going to actually be happening in your reality.
Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
No stranger going into Israelites born, not he. And then it jumps to another point. Right?
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
And Christianity don't want to deal with this part about Israel ruling over their oppressors. That the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever, even forever and ever. That a nation of people is going to rule over all other nations under Yahweh Shah. That's a part of the scriptures. That's a part of the will of the Lord, man.
Amos 9:13, it says the plowman shall overtake the reaper.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
That's plain, man. That's plain. They shall take them captives, whose captives they were, man. You got it.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Hey, that's the imitation and the faith for the saints, man. We're going to rule over our oppressors, man. Thus says the Lord. We ain't right there. You got it.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest
Right.
from their sorrows
From their sorrow. Go ahead.
and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28:65. Because it says from thy sorrow, right? And from thy fear, right? He said he'll give us rest from that, right? Read this.
Deuteronomy 28:65. It reads, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Know what?
No ease.
What did it say he's gonna give us over here? Rest.
Rest.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Hold on. What? Go ahead.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
And what did it say? Sorrow over here?
Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow
From thy sorrow and what?
and from thy fear
And from thy fear. Go ahead.
and from thy hard bondage, wherein thou wast made to serve.
So let's read this again one more time for 65.
It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
See, that's the curses. The brother reading in Deuteronomy 28. Here is the blessings over here. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Yup.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
And what?
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
So here are the curses that's going to follow on all the heathen nations. In Deuteronomy 30, 1-6, verse 7 say, go back into the land, we're going to put all these curses on our enemies. So get ready to work, and you ain't going to get no ease. Like Apostle House say, from sun up to sun up, man. Yeah. Hey, before the sun up, your ass better be ready. You ain't gonna, hey, curses, the Lord said gonna put all these curses on our enemies. The Lord hit your ass with hemorrhoids. Get ready for that. The Lord having your brother to sleep with your wife. Get ready for that. Your kids being sold to different brother plantations. Your wife gonna be over here. The how you gonna have your wife with his plantation? Because you gonna have one of your daughters. The elder gonna have one of your sons. I'm gonna have the father. Get ready for that. And they ain't gonna never see each other. They're gonna die working. I wonder what my baby doing. Working like your ass.
Yeah, working.
Get ready for that shit, man.
Edomite gang, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
They clicking up. They clicking up in captivity.
Yeah.
On Duke.
Yeah. Hey, we
Trying
gonna,
to sharpen up shades.
hey, though it's gonna be the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna give y'all the mirage that is a favela, a barrio, a ghetto, and a hood. That's how you gonna be. Damn, why we in the hood? Well, we can't never make it out.
Edomite crime.
Yeah, Edomite
You
crime.
gotta think about that. Even amongst your servants in your estate, the Edomites are gonna be despised amongst the other heathen.
Yeah.
So when you ain't around, or Ham, you know, I'm at that. Ham gonna be the taskmaster.
Yeah.
Ham he gonna be putting that belt down. But amongst the other nations, Esau is gonna be despised.
Yeah.
So he gonna have to be amongst himself, somewhere tucked away, because the other heathens ain't gonna want to be around him like that.
Cause they gonna say, man, you the reason we going through this. Y'all made us consider y'all, so we going through the y'all, so we're gonna have to be in PC, man. Ain't gonna be no Edomites general park, man.
There won't be none of that.
Especially with Ishmael, the wild man.
But it's everybody. It ain't nobody you ain't touched.
Yeah.
It ain't nobody that they look at. You done touched everybody, man.
This is Deuteronomy 33 and 28.
Yeah, you can read on that.
You got more, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has thou oppressor ceased?
How the oppressors cease? Go ahead.
The golden city ceased.
America, Babylon the Great, you got it.
The Lord hath broken the staff of the
The
wicked.
Lord did it, man. The Lord broke the staff. The Lord gave you the power, he's taking it back. You got it.
And the scepter of the rulers.
Right. The Lord is, hey, what's that? Psalm 75. It said, promotion comes neither from the east, nor the west, nor the south, but it's the Lord that giveth, man, and taketh away. Go ahead.
Okay, Daniel chapter 4 verse 17.
Yep.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men.
Neanderthals, man.
So the Lord Elon better than you.
Yeah.
That nigga they throw shit at each other.
Right.
They got a whole festival where they throw shit at each other.
That's madness, man.
They all thousands of people.
Man.
Thousands of people. Like they playing dodgeball with cow feces. But the Lord say they better than you.
It reminds me of that movie with John Belushi. Back in the day, I think they were in college, that was called, and they were having food fight.
Yeah.
So he announced it, food fight! The whole cafeteria was right there. Anyway, you had to be there, I guess. This is Deuteronomy 33 and 28. Israel then shall dwell in safety, alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also, his heavens shall drop down dew.
Yeah. They say, what's that, Isaiah, what's the Isaiah, what the Lord say? Isaiah 65. He said, before we ask the Lord for something, man, it's going to appear, man. We're going to have it.
Before we even
Isaiah
stop talking.
65. Okay.
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy health, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. So America is not going to be great again. Thus say the Lord. Okay? And the people saved by the Lord are the Israelites. Salvation is not for everyone. Israel shall dwell alone.
Alone. And get the one in Isaiah 32, 17 and 18. Oh, and that's in Numbers 23, man. It said the people shall not be reckoned, man. Isaiah 32, 17 and 18.
Isaiah 32, 17.
And that's going to be a great privilege for those heathens that are actually able to serve you in your quarters. As a nation of people, we're not going to be reckoned amongst the nations. You can't buy no real estate in Israel.
Right.
Ain't no renting houses in Israel. That's the Israelites only.
Redlining, huh?
And they're gonna appreciate it.
Yeah.
Once the order is established after 1,000 years, they're gonna know. Ain't no getting around. This is what it is. Forever. This is how it is forever.
Hey, red line and the predatory limit. How about that shit?
But at the same time, nobody gonna try to steal your land.
Right.
Nobody's learning war no more. No Glocks, no switches, no ARPs. It's over. It's over. Ain't no damn near fist fight.
Yeah.
Shit, you ain't gonna learn war no more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be no need. Ammon and Moab gonna be able to say, you know what, I feel like Ammon did this. But they're gonna bring it to the government of the Lord. And that's why the Lord's setting up judges. As it said, the king shall rule in princes and righteousness. Roughly paraphrasing. Because Yahweh Shai ain't gonna have to micromanage the kingdom. You can't enjoy it that way.
Hey, them Edomites, hey, you bastards gonna be knuckling it up.
Got a lot of cases.
The other 16 nations, they gonna be cool.
Gladiator game.
Yeah, gladiator game will be Edomites though. Yeah. But what the nigga say, this Candyland, nigga.
Right.
Get that nigga a cold beer. Fight to the death. That nigga say, nigga threw that nigga a hammer. Like, what? Nigga, I done put the nigga ass. You want me to kill the nigga? Alright, Esau, we got something for you though. Read it, you got it.
Isaiah 32, verse 17. And the work of the righteousness shall be peace.
Yep. Work of the righteous shall be peace. Go ahead.
And the elect of righteousness quietness.
Yep. Go
And
ahead.
assurance forever.
And assurance forever, man.
Just like in Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah.
Before there will be no assurance.
Yep.
For our lives here in Babylon to break.
Right. This is the blessing, man. You got it.
That's full assurance.
Right.
That's a guarantee. You have particular elite families that once a child is born, they immediately get a life insurance policy on them. So basically, they set for life, even though they don't have to. But it's just a way for them to use some other people's money to fund that child's life before they even try to go get it. So they're born into a world where they have assurance of life in a way that Jake wouldn't even comprehend on his side. There's other Edomites that can't comprehend that kind of security. From a child, you're born into a family where you're guaranteed, just living to 18, you're guaranteed $1 million, 10 million, depending on what type of policy. And they do this, and they already got money. So that's like a full assurance of you don't have to worry about nothing. That's what the Lord will give us in righteousness. And we live forever. You can't get around it. It don't matter what king live in the kingdom of heaven. The king of Elam, the king of Ishmael, your babies can fly. Your babies can play with a king culture. Okay, yours? No.
That's true, sure.
Yeah.
Isaiah 32 and 18. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation.
Right.
And in sure dwellings.
Right.
And in quiet resting places.
No more moving every 3 years. Sure dwelling.
Yeah.
Imagine that your estate, all your babies grow up and were born in your estate, and they gonna go old, and they gonna get older in your, well, not older, but they gonna grow in your estate. Everybody's there.
It's gonna be a camp night. Hey, when you hit 21, that's it.
Yeah, you just a young man forever.
No more gray beard?
No. Hey, everybody gonna have beard. Shit. If you hit by 18, 19, that's it. You ain't get no older than that.
And the elect men, those are the fathers. So the elect men are literally going to witness the world go from a world like Esau to a world ruled by Yahweh Shai. The elect are going to witness it.
No landlords.
I hope that's kicked back from the car. Not actually like Scott. That's crazy.
Hey, they keep showing you every time you watch Spider-Man movie, this nigga still young, man. Flash, yeah, Superman, that's gonna be the kingdom, man. But they showing you Wolverine, this nigga getting old though. Nah, ain't none of that, man.
This is
It said in the peaceable habitation, right? When you read in Lamentations 2, it say how the Lord cast down the throne for my habitation, man. So now we gotta get old and die. Ain't no more getting old, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 37:25 in the GMT. It says a person's life has only a limited number of days, but the life of Israel cannot be measured in days at all. You can't top that. You can't top lifting up.
How you gonna take down these niggas Safari and all these niggas? How you gonna take down a bunch of 18-year-old Supermen? I'm talking about how you gonna take down a bunch of Gokus, man. What's some Kamehamehas, man? Come on, man.
Hey, that's a lot of faith in a white man, right?
Hey, if I could speak to the brother's point too, you know, there is nothing like living forever, especially in righteousness, man. Because if you were to live forever in this world, it'll be a curse unto you, man. Yeah, you'll want to die. You'll want to be, you'll try to kill yourself, man. But living forever in righteousness is something that is unparalleled to anything that we've ever experienced in this life. Because when you go into like the family, right? Living forever and able to enjoy your family. That's an experience that we haven't known, but for like 40 years, and that was in the ancient world. That's an experience that's rare. That's new. You know, being able to dwell peaceably amongst your own people. That's an experience that we haven't had for generations, man. Being in the Lord's courts, in the good graces of the Lord forever. That's something that we've only experienced for 40 years. We haven't dwelt in the house of the Lord for more than 40 years peaceably, man. That's going to be a whole different experience for us. That rest in general, man. Even into you can't rest for real. There's no rest wherever the fuck you go. It's always something in this world, man. But the Lord is coming with that comfort.
The Lord showed that with King David, man. Mm-hmm. King David and Solomon together had what, 80 years? Mm-hmm. That's the most, man.
And it's always something, man.
It was still something even then, man. King David reigned 40 years. He had what, 33, and then another 7, and then Solomon had 40 years. Mm-hmm. So just like, man, and it was still trouble then.
We haven't known what rest is, man. You know, even though we have the truth, and which is a rest unto our soul in today's day and age, it's not true rest, because Yahweh Shai is not here. His kingdom isn't established just yet. So we still have a portion of us that needs to be on guard, that needs to be on point, so to speak, because we're going through turbulent times. But when Yahweh Shai returns and establishes his kingdom, it's not going to be no more war. It's not going to be no more need it's not going to be no more need to be on guard, man. Right. Because Yahweh Shai is going to have the whole world in subjection.
Complete peace, man. And then there's going to be angels at the gates, man.
But the things that brothers dream about and you know, use your imagination to think about, it's going to be at your front door. It's going to be at the gates.
The chariot's going to be hovering over the crib.
And we see it from a distance, but it's going to be right there. Like,
right there, yeah.
You seeing it like
that's your personal Lambo.
Exactly. ain't gonna be no more hope in the kingdom, because everything's gonna be there. We won't have to hope no more.
Gonna be at the gates, man. Man, come on, man. Hey, because I tell you when you read, the Lord said when he kicked Adam and Eve out, he said the angels stood there with the sword, man. Mm-hmm. Y'all can't come back, man. We'll see y'all next time, man. Well, that's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. The angels gonna be there, man. Wish a nigga would try us, man.
Hey, it's not gonna be no more need to hope, man. Because things are gonna be right there. The angels that brothers use their imagination to think about, they're gonna be right there.
Right there.
And brothers are gonna have control over those angels. It's going to the chariots that brothers see afar off and be like, man, I wonder what it look. It's gonna be right there.
Oh, right over the flat.
Yahweh Shai himself. You wonder, you know, you going through the depiction and you wondering the white hair, woolly hair. Yeah. His house gonna be over there.
Yeah, right there.
You gonna be like, oh man, I could walk to Yahweh Shai house. And that's a different piece in itself, knowing that Yahweh Shai is in the midst. Like he's there. I can see him.
Bro, how these niggas talking about, bro, just thinking about the angels, right, at the gates. What they gonna, you talking about they gonna be raised back up? What they gonna fight with? Because in Ezekiel 39, it said, in 7 years, we're gonna burn all the weapons, man. Ain't gonna be no more weapons. But it did say what's gonna be available. We're gonna seek out continual employment, man.
Right.
So what they gonna fight with?
Right.
We gonna come against the angels that gonna be at the gate?
Thought they go right here.
Who you finna fight? Because you ain't finna fight us.
Right. You can't. They won't even be able to get to us.
Where to get to them?
The gates of Israel are gonna be. They're gonna be secluded only for brothers servants and whatnot.
And
Only.
them niggas said the Russians, the Edomites gonna be done away with.
That's it. That show you the power of the Lord, though, because the Lord is gonna beat rebellion out of the earth, man.
Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 60 and 17. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron.
All the hell we call, man. All the hell we call here on this side, man. The Lord said he's gonna bring gold and silver, man.
I will also make thy officers peace,
Right.
and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land,
Period, man. You got it.
wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day,
Right.
neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee.
Right.
But the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall be unto thee an everlasting light.
We gonna be the light, man. That's why I say the Lord said He make in Isaiah. He said He gonna make the remnant to be a light to the Gentiles, man. We gonna be the light, man. We becoming that non-spiritual. Right. Right. Exactly, bro. Yeah.
I guess it is continually open.
Continue. Right. There ain't since the Lord gonna do it with the sun and the moon. Right. That's the Lord said we gonna be the light, man.
In thy power, thy glory, thy sun shall no more go down,
Right.
neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall be thine everlasting light.
Right.
And the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever.
That was your point.
The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. How the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will hasten it in this time.
Hey, that's the patience and the faith of the saints, man. Wait patiently. Hey, it's gonna be curses to all other nations, man. Those curses, man.
Scripture said those who don't want to serve the Lord, or serve Israel, they shall perish. Ain't no rain gonna be in their cities, man. They're gonna perish, man. And speaking to the brother's point too, I want to get this real quick. Ephesians 2, at verse 12. At that time you were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and the commonwealth of Israel is coming back. All of our people are gonna be righteous. The commonwealth is gonna be amongst all of our people, man. Right now, it's only amongst a third of the nation of Israel. A third of the nation of Israel only experiences the commonwealth that the Lord has. But when the Lord returns and establishes His kingdom, the commonwealth is going to be shared amongst the whole nation, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and 9. For behold, I am for you, and will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of Israel. And the cities shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be built. And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle you after your old estate, and will do better unto you than at your beginning. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh.
Before Adam went off, man. It's gonna be better. That's who Yahweh shot, man. When Yahweh shot was absent. That's why I said, he said, Lord, it's going to be better one to us than that of beginnings. Again, Hebrews 8 and 6.
So Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 6, that reads, but now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
Better promises, man. Let's go, man.
It's going to be better, and that's something that we can't imagine right now. We can't really wrap our minds around what better means, because we've only seen, for the most part, the anger of the Lord. We've dwelt amongst the anger of the Lord. The Lord has sent us into captivity. He raised us up. He gave us a kingdom. You know, like your brother was going into King David, King Solomon. For the most part, it was peaceable. But after that, it was all, we experienced the anger of the Lord, man.
Right.
So we don't know what it is for better. Better is what? That's something that we can't imagine right now, man. Fully.
Hey, when you see that, that Hebrews 8 and 6, when you read Deuteronomy 31 through 6, the Lord said, hey, get me, read Deuteronomy 30, but the Lord said, this was already established before Yahweh even came on earth, man. This was already established, man. Read that.
Deuteronomy 30, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee,
What?
the blessing and the curse,
The blessing and the curse. It was already established, man. So in Hebrews 8 and 6, when they say, go ahead, can you read?
which I have set before thee,
Right.
and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations,
Right.
whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord thy power,
Right.
and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
Thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity,
Right.
and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations,
Go ahead.
whither the Lord thy power hath scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the utmost parts of heaven,
Where we at now, to the utmost parts of the earth, go ahead.
from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee,
Right.
and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed,
Right.
and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers.
And what?
And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart,
To circumcise thine heart. This also in Ezekiel 36. Go ahead.
And the heart-
Jeremiah 31 and Hebrews 8 about circumcised by putting the laws in our inward part. This is way in Deuteronomy. Before we even get to Jeremiah 31 and Hebrews 8, it's in Deuteronomy 30. Read that line again.
and the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart,
That's putting the laws in our inward parts, man. Woman ain't gotta go to the precepts, man. Go ahead.
and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live.
So look, jump back to Hebrews 8 and 6 again. Because this is already established, man. Before the Lord said, listen, y'all gonna go off. What he told Moses, he said, when you die, their ass is gonna rebel. So he said in Deuteronomy 31, he said, teach them this song, that it be a witness against them in the land of their captivity. In Deuteronomy 31, man. Matter of fact, before we get Hebrews 8, read that. Get Deuteronomy 31, start at 14.
Deuteronomy 31.
That's what he don't understand. They don't understand these parables, man. This is the promise that was made to the Israelites. Go ahead.
And 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, behold, thy days approach,
Right.
that thou must die.
Right.
Call Joshua, and present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation,
Right. Call Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
that I may give him a charge. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And the Lord said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go whoring after the gods of the strangers
Right.
of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I made with them. Then mine anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them.
Right. And I will forsake them. So when you read this, We read 30, now we read 31. It sounds like the chapter 31 came before 30.
Yeah.
But you got to understand these parables of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them.
See that? That's the Hosea 5:15. I will hide my face until they acknowledge your offense. Go ahead.
And they shall be devoured.
Right.
And many evils and troubles shall befall them.
See that? No assurance about life. No, we should have no rest. Our souls about feet, no rest. Go ahead.
So that they will say in that day,
Right.
are not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us?
Right. And the heathens knew that. When you read Psalm 71, verse 10 and 11, the heathens said, they know that the Lord forsook us. Jeremiah 50, they said, we will fear not.
Yeah.
They knew. Go ahead.
It says, and I will surely hide my face in that day,
Right.
for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods.
Right.
Now therefore write ye this.
This is what the Lord said to Moses. Go ahead.
Now therefore write ye this song for you,
Write this song for you. Go ahead.
and teach it the children of Israel.
And teach it to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Put it in their mouths,
Right.
that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel.
The Lord said what?
It says, now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel.
Right.
Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel.
See, this song is a witness against us. Well, in the land of our captivity. So when you read that one in Revelation 15, when they say, and they sung as it were a new song, the song of Moses, it's not new. The Lord just took the words from us, man. So now we reactivated to the song. It's the same song. Keep reading a little bit more.
For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers,
Right?
that floweth with milk and honey,
Right?
and they shall have eaten and filled themselves
Right.
and waxen fat.
That's the one wax fat and kick. We're on 32. We, the Lord, hey, chilling, eat good. That goes to Ezekiel 16. The Lord gave us the best land on the earth, the best of the best, and then we what? Wax fat and kick. Like, we don't need the Lord. Man, we got this now. Fall back. Well, we got it. Go ahead.
Then will they turn unto other gods,
Right?
and serve them, and provoke me and break my covenant.
Right?
And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them
This song shall testify against them, man. Go ahead.
as a witness.
Hey, that's why in Ezekiel, man, these precepts are fire. Ezekiel 33, when they say that as it was this song, they shall, like you playing on the harp, right? This song is a witness against our people, man. Oh, the one in Matthew 16, Matthew 11, 16, it say, that's in the marketplace, playing on the song, it's the song, man. Go ahead.
It says, for it shall not be forgotten
Right.
out of the mouth of their seed.
We ain't forget the Lord took it from us. There's a difference. There's a difference than you remember a song you learned from Lil Poop somebody years ago and you forgot the song. It's a difference in the Lord taking it and you forgot the song, man. Go ahead.
For I know their imagination,
Right.
which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear.
Right.
Moses therefore wrote this song the same day and taught it the children of Israel.
So you see that? So in Deuteronomy 30, now go back to Hebrews 8 and 6. But the Lord said in Deuteronomy 30, he said, when you go and deal with the blessing and the curse, I'm gonna bring your ass back, man. Go ahead.
Hebrews 8 and 6.
So add with Romans 8, when it said the creature was not subject to vanity, not willingly, but by him who has subjected the same in hope. The Lord made us go off. The Lord made Yahweh shall go off as Adam. We had to learn this. You can't, what it say, we are, what's the Galatians 4, one about the tutors and governors. We had to learn how to be real kings, man. Because if we was all righteous, Solomon would have never went off on the three other concubines. They would have never made him be an officer to their God. And we was all righteous. Read that.
It says,
The Lord teaching us the qualities.
The qualities, man.
The
That's
qualities
it.
and rulers or nobles. Right. Because it's not just what you possess. And that's what we were taught on this side, that king and status is influence and possession. Right. The Lord is teaching us qualities, to have integrity. Certain things without the trinkets. Because if it was about the trinkets, it would attract the wrong people. Right. So this is the Lord perfecting the intangibles. You can't teach. You can't really teach compassion. You can't buy integrity. Those are things that have to be developed really from Yahweh Shema Ushah. That's what the chastening of us is about. Lord will be a part of that number. Is the perfecting of the qualities of a king according to the eyes of the Lord and not men.
Yeah, bro, came in and feel that heaven was speaking. Go ahead.
It says, but now he hath obtained a more excellent ministry.
Right.
By how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant.
Right. That was what? Listen to this. That was what?
Which was established upon better
It
promises.
said which was established on better promises. We talking about way back, man. This ain't just happened. That was established. So when Moses sat us down in the wilderness in Exodus 24, the Lord said, sprinkle the blood on them. Read from the book. So there was a covenant already established. What? That was established on better promises before that, man. So while he's talking about, no, we can get grafted in. No, the fuck you can't. It was already established. But we had to go through what we consider L's in life. This ain't no L's in the truth. This is life. The L's I call them is life learned lessons, man. We triple L and we ain't losing, we winning. But King, when you train with the Lord is training up. Oh, what the scripture say? He that grieveth, he that teacheth his son, grieveth the enemy, man. So the Lord had to put us all the way down to the basement. And like, hold on, Esau, watch this. Where y'all get this from? Go out, look, get your ass up in the morning, go outside and feel the grass, see how wet it is. Dude, that's what the Lord did to him. He rained it down on us. So Esau ransacked the temple, took all our Bibles, burnt them, took everything. They got our shit over there in the Vatican, in the dungeon somewhere. They showed you the movie. What's the movie? With Tom Hanks? Not Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks. What's the movie? We went in the Vatican. They tried to suffocate his ass down there. They wouldn't let him see all the artifacts. Esau got everything. The Da Vinci Code, right? With the Lord rained it down on us. So here it is, like when they said, oh, they said that Peter then was with Yahweh because he be unlearned men. The Lord like, watch how I reactivate. Come on, man, you got it. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, man.
Ezekiel 39 and 26. After that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses,
right,
whereby they have trespassed against me,
right,
when they dwelt safely in their land.
It say after they have borne their shame. Go ahead.
And none made them afraid.
Right.
When I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' land.
Hey, you can add to this Bible and you can take away from this Bible, but you can't change what was written, man. You got it.
And am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations.
That's what's happening. The Lord has sanctified the tabernacle of David in the midst of these heathens, man. And all they can look and just laugh. You got it.
Then shall they know that I am the Lord.
Hey, they're going to know.
Their God.
Their God. And what? None else, man.
Which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen.
Esau ain't put us in captivity by himself. Ham ain't put their hands on us by themselves. No, man, it was like the Lord, like, yeah. See my people in y'all land? What y'all mean, Esau? Y'all got buffalo guns, chicken on the wine. Yeah, you got it.
But I have gathered them into their own land.
Right.
And have left none of them anymore there.
Come on, man.
Yeah, this was a lesson. It was a lesson. This was the Lord. The Lord willing to be a part of that number as sons of God. The Lord took our choice. He set us down in a room with nothing but a book.
And then hope. That was the hope. That's it.
And he took all the toys, all the little trinkets, like Thor, that
Yeah,
said
yeah.
what? Snatched his,
Yeah, I love that.
No
Just
more
listen to
titles.
him. Yeah, no more titles.
No more titles.
Yeah.
Took his power. Said give it
Love
to
that,
him when he
bro.
worked. And he worked.
Every time I watch that movie, that's all I think about, man. Because I was thinking about the Lord stripped us of the Lord stripped us of everything, man. No more titles.
Right.
You are not worthy.
Right. He took all of those things, those trinkets that come with rulership,
Yeah.
so that we can be perfected in judgment, in character, in things that money can't buy.
Integrity, man.
Right.
Integrity.
Ezekiel 39 and 29. Neither will I hide my face anymore from them.
Right.
For I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel.
This is
Saith the Lord God
We see the
Yahweh.
Lord's face, man. The
Right.
Lord is shining we see the Lord's face, man.
You know the intimate thoughts of the Lord.
The Lord says he will hide his face from us for a time.
All the time.
Okay? And that's a promise. He will no longer hide his face from us.
And now the Lord pillow talking with us, man.
And that's what it is. It's the intimate thoughts. But as the scriptures say, the Lord didn't speak in a far place, in a secret corner. This is still being spoken in public, but only the elect can receive these private thoughts, these intimate thoughts of the Lord, man.
Hey, man, you waking up in the morning, you look at your girl like, y'all got that bad breath. Hey, the Lord pillow talking with us, man. Hey, this shit is fire, man. Intimate, man. We the Lord's women. Lord, when we endure, man, the Lord pillow talking with us, man. You don't pillow, everybody, you can't pillow talk with your real, man. But the Lord pillow talking with his woman, man. His women.
Right, because, in the world, there's a pillow talking that's really just gossip.
Yeah.
But when you deal with the actual understanding of pillow talking per se, it's really teaching your rib how you think, your mindset, how you operate, and that's what the Lord is doing with us. The Lord will be a part of that number. He's teaching us how we operate, how we think, according to his mind, how we're supposed to move. That's the counsel that's coming from the Heavenly Father.
Right.
That's intimate. Not everybody's able to receive it. People hear it, but they're not able to receive it, and they don't have the faith to act on it. That's why it's a blessing to have this truth.
Let me read this. Michael 7:5. Trust ye not in the friend, put ye not confidence in the God. Keep the doors of thy mouth. Keep the doors of thy mouth from murder lie from thy bosom. And so don't tell your woman everything, man. And what you, how about your mouth shot? Enjoying our pillow talking to the remnant, man. And we getting all the interviews, we getting, hey, what we need for Hebrews 6 and 9, things that are coming to salvation, though we just speak, man. The Lord give us everything that we need for salvation, man.
What they call that, the love language.
Yeah, the love language, man. Yeah. Before you go to bed, when you wake up, the Lord right there, pillow talking, man. Yeah.
Good. That's pillow talking and righteousness.
Righteousness, man.
You got more than that?
This is 2 Corinthians 1 and 3. Blessed be the Most High, even the Father of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the Father of mercies, and the power of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulation,
All our tribulations, man. Yep.
that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble,
Right.
by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of the Most High.
See, that's the Lord showing you that. So you got the he goat. The Lord established the he goat. He said, we come that we may comfort others. That's the he goat's been established. Since Jeremiah 50, it said, be as he goats before the flock.
Verse 5, for as the sufferings of a Mashiach abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach.
Right.
And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation,
Yep, I know that. Yep.
which is effectual in the enduring of the same suffering,
Right.
which we also suffer.
Right, because like you, but we made, it's been a minute since we brought that out. But the two consolations, man. Right, you got the suffering of Yahweh Shema Shah, and you got the consolation of this world, which is that Luke 6. I just bring that out all the time. That Luke 6, it say, woe to you that recede on this side. That is your consolation. Well, this is talking about the consolation of the elect. You got it.
Which is effectual in the enduring of the same suffering,
Right.
which we also suffer. Or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation
Right.
and salvation.
Right, in salvation. See, get the one in Luke 6. Actually, it's to the minute. That's right. It's been a minute. I ain't talking about that. It's been a minute left. Get the one in Luke 6. Hey, man, the two consolations, man. Hey, well, in the 2 Corinthians 10:21. Right, you want to sit with Esau at his table? When the Lord shall prepare the table for you in the presence of your enemies. You want to sit with Esau at his table? Or eat his dainties? Over here on this table, ain't no fried foods over here. Yeah. We got lamb, water, vegetables,
No
fruit.
oysters.
Because niggas don't like fruit. Jake don't eat no fruit. Jake don't drink no water. Jake want Kool-Aid, pop, soda. Jake want juice. Jake don't want no water. Hey, when the little storm had hit back in 2017 on what, them niggas went there and got all the stuff out the public on the Walmart marketplace on Kirkman, but they left all the fruit was in there, man. I went to the grocery store like there wasn't no waters, no sodas. All the fruit was fucking sitting over there.
No Twinkies.
Like what's happening? Who left the fruit?
Yeah.
The nigga that came to camp the other week, the nigga said, niggas out here on them perks. The niggas about to die here. We asked dude about the water. Remember they told, can we get one? You know, perk baby, man. That niggas out here trying to drink and look at perk. That niggas about to die. Because niggas don't drink water. They don't eat fruit. You put a goddamn cherry or plum, a real with seeds in the front of Jake, and a Snicker. Nigga gonna grab the Snicker bar, man. That's a slow belly nigga, man. You gotta read that up.
Yeah, God, this is Luke 6:23. Rejoice ye in the day, it's like in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven.
Right.
For like the manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Right.
Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
So see, go back to that consolation one more time, because there's two consolations in this world, man. You can suffer for your house by somebody's side and wait patiently, or you can go ahead and just side with Esau, man, and get whatever dainties that he got. You got it.
Luke 6:24.
No, back to the one, the other one, the right consolation. I want to make that point. Yeah, man. And call out y'all about some shot, man. So that made up the demons right there, man. Demons in full work, man. You got it.
God, this is 2 Corinthians 1:5. For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us,
right,
so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach.
Right. That's it, man. You got it.
Hosea 14:4. I will heal their backsliding.
Right.
I will love them freely, for mine anger is turned away from him. I will be as the dew unto Israel.
They say I would love them freely. So the love of Yahweh Shem Shai didn't come to us with the stipulations of the so-called white man. Go ahead.
I will be as the dew unto Israel. He shall grow as the lily,
Right.
and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. His branches shall spread, and his beauty shall be as the olive tree.
That's what the Lord said. He gave us beauty, man. Yeah. He said, that's the Ezekiel 16. He said, I put my comeliness on you. I put my comeliness on you. That's the Lord's beauty, man. Right.
And
The
his
Lord's so
smell
poetic,
as
man.
Lebanon.
Right. It said the smell. Come on, man.
Pine trees of
right now, you
Lebanon.
go out the door right now. You go out the door for 5 minutes now, go back in the house. You got this smell on you from outside, man. You know, it's going to be frankincense and myrrh, man. Hey, all our righteousness is going, as it said, the filthy rag is going to be a sweet savor to the Lord through your whole side, man.
Beautiful. Jeremiah 3:14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. and I will give you pastors according to my heart.
Hey, hold, I'll make a point. So the brothers mentioned making the point, we gotta make the point all the time. How the Lord stripped us of everything and left us with hope and the book, man. Well, we had the book, like, waiting on the Lord, ain't know what the hell we had. Then the Lord said, I was thinking about it earlier when you said that. Hey, read it again, 15.
And I will give you pastors according to my heart,
Right?
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Hey, so we see him with the book. We got hope, right? Where it says, Romans 10, it says, they got a zeal for the Lord and nothing other than knowledge. Right? So we waiting on, like, I don't understand it. Like that Isaiah 29, it said one living in the book. And the prophet said, false prophet said, I am not alert. The Lord said we had to wait. There was a time we had to wait. The Lord like, look up. I'm sending you the prophet according to my heart.
Falling away has
Yeah, it had to happen, man. Now we got understanding. Hey, all right, y'all about shooting off the shot, man, because Elder Joshua mentioned the other day. The Isaiah 40, the Lord said he's going to send back Elijah, man. Isaiah 40, and Malachi 4, 1 through 5, man. And the Lord said he was going to send back Elijah. He said they're going to do to him whatever they listen, man. Not knowing that was him, man. John the Baptist, which was Elijah. You got to read that.
It's Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right.
But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
And that's calling the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son and the Paleo Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh. And get me to Deuteronomy, the precept to that. Deuteronomy, what is that? 4. Give me read this again. Deuteronomy 4, start at 27. And read down to like 29.
Deuteronomy 4 and 27.
Yep.
And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations,
Right.
and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen,
Right.
whither the Lord shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
Right. Jesus Christ don't eat, see, do the cross, none of that, man. Go ahead.
And
Buddha, Santa Maria, none of them, man. You got it.
but from thence thou
See,
shalt,
it said, but from thence, well, captivity. This is the precept to the Baruch. Read.
but from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy power. Thou shalt find him,
Right.
if thou seek him with all thy heart
If thou seeking with all thy heart. Go ahead.
and with all thy soul.
So read this again.
It's Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me,
Right.
because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right.
But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves,
See? Go
and
ahead.
shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Right.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
See, that's what it just said in Deuteronomy 4, man. This is Baruch quoting that, man.
Yes, that's what I know. It's Ezekiel chapter 6 and verse 8. Ezekiel 6 and 8, and it reads, Yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered through the country. And they that escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captive. Because I am broken with their whorish heart, which hath departed from me, and with their eyes, which go a whoring after their idols.
The Lord said he was hot with Israel in Judges 2:14, man. He said he was hot with us, so he sold us into the hand of our enemies, man.
And you gotta think the Lord really loved Jake. Like how Jake loved a woman. Like not just the one, the one.
Yeah,
And every brother
one.
got that
That 1-1. Yeah.
fucked up about it.
Yeah.
The D1 crash out about it.
Yeah.
Pulling up at the job. Going viral, over viral. Well, the Lord loved Jake like that, man. The Lord loved Jake, so the Lord was like, I'm grieved with her whorish heart, her mind. The Lord gave us everything. Imagine that. The Lord gave us all these things, and Jake is having orgies for a stone.
Right. Give me Jeremiah 31:1. Read 1 through 4.
Or the Lord bless your wife with a kid, and you give it to the fire, hoping that you gonna get a good harvest. Because that's what niggas was doing when they say they was going after idols. It's not just talking about them having a stone at the crib and just praying to the stone. No, all them idols require some folly.
Sacrifice.
A blood, cutting yourself, drinking blood, a drink offering.
Hey, because it all steals from the Lord, man. All that steals from Yahweh on the left-hand side, man. Hey, the same way Yahweh needs that sacrifice, idols, you gotta do the same thing with following the idols of these other nations, man. Because it all comes from the Lord.
So when it said Solomon went after other gods,
Right.
they just mean stone. Yeah. Rituals are involved with going after other gods, going after other idols.
Hey, he said it. Real quick, get me the Proverbs 5:14. He said it, man.
So
that's why I say it's like, you got it, go ahead.
So it grieved the Lord. It grieved the Lord because the Lord not only saw Jake's actions, but the Lord saw how Jake was thinking.
Right.
Yeah, man. Real quick. Let's see, go ahead back up. So if I put two and two together, because you know Jake was thinking I ain't just got one hustle, I got multiple. So Jake was thinking like that, playing with the Lord, playing in the Lord's face, man.
And that's why Psalm 144 say, if it had not been the Lord, man, you would make it over to. So this is what Solomon said. Read this.
Proverbs 5:14. I was almost in all evil.
I was almost in all evil. And what?
In the midst of the congregation.
In the midst of the Israelites. Because that's what congregation's talking about, the Israelites. So when Esau said in Isaiah 14, I'm going to send the sides of the north over the congregation. He talking about controlling the Israelites. So right there, read one more time. He said, I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation. Congregation meaning the Israelites. They saw Solomon doing this wicked shit. Go ahead.
Because Elder Bishop Inot goes into this often, that the highest witch on the planet is really Solomon.
Yeah.
Because on the left hand, there's nobody else that knew as much as he did about the left. That's living and breathing.
Right.
So he knew and he tapped into it. And that's why he ended it all with fear of the Lord and keep his commandments.
Hey, they showed in the movie, what, Season of the Witch? With Nicolas Cage. They had the book, what they called,
They got a book called Lesson Keys of Solomon.
Yeah, it's
allegedly,
of the Witch.
Because it's based on the actual book that they had in the Dark Ages, and allegedly it's about demons and all the demons that Solomon was able to get into. Now it looked like bullshit to me, but we know that no other king was this wise as Solomon. So he knew both sides of it in depth. And he said at the end of it, for the Lord to keep.
That's it. Yep. Read this. Give him time.
Proverbs 5:14.
Yep.
I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation.
That's it. Go back to the other two.
So going after all of them, going after idols comes with rituals. It comes with people in temple harlots and all type of in dedication to some deity, the fertility god, Asherah. That was a fertility idol where they would have these. They would fornicate. They would have these orgies and all type of madness in dedication to them. So when the scripture says Jake went after idols, that's what it's talking about. Completely defiling their bodies, man, in dedication to something that's not even real.
Yes.
Oh, let me read one more time. So this Ezekiel 6:9. And they that escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captive, because I am broken with their whorish heart, which hath departed from me, and with their eyes, which go a whoring after their idols. And they shall loathe themselves for the evils which they have committed in all their abominations. Which show you there was actions behind going after the idols.
And that's right, that's in their eyes. And that's that 1 John 2:15. It said the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. Read this out.
Deuteronomy 31. And Moses went and spake these words unto all Israel. And he said unto them, I am 120 years old.
What is that?
Deuteronomy 31.
No, that was some of that before that. Before the Proverbs 5.
Deuteronomy 31.
I forget. No, that one is
It's Jeremiah 2 and 11.
No, I said Jeremiah 31 and 1.
Jeremiah.
That's what I wanted. Let me read this real quick. Jeremiah 31, 1 through 4. Because we talking about the love of the Lord. That's what we're talking about. I want to make that point.
Jeremiah 31.
Yeah.
At that same time, saith the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel,
Right, He gonna be the God of all the families of Israel. Go ahead.
and they shall be my people.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness,
That's the elect. Go ahead.
even Israel. When I went to cause them to rest, the Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying,
So here's Jeremiah saying, the Lord have appeared unto me of old. Right? Reactivated back to the same life. Of old, he said. The Lord have what? One more time, huh?
the Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with an everlasting love.
So this is being reincarnated to the same spirit. This is the Lord, I'm speaking to you again. Go ahead.
And that's how much the Lord loved Jake. The same way Jake, that first love Jacob had,
Right.
when they were young and they head over heels before you got your heart broke.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's how the Lord loved him.
Yeah.
And that's that D1 crash out. Showing up at the mama house, showing up at the job. You fucked up out here, man. You fucked up out here, man. She got you sick out here. You ain't eating. I ain't eating. Oh. That's how the Lord feel about Israel. That's why the Lord did this to us. You provoke the Lord to anger, man. But the beauty of it is that the Lord ain't gonna stay right here. And that's why the Lord said He's gonna rejoice over the pilgrimage of them who return to Him. Like, we love the Lord sincerely, and we know we can't get it right in action concerning the law perfectly. But the Lord rejoicing over the effort.
Right.
Whereas 2/3 won't even give the Lord effort. They won't even try.
A willing mind. You got to read what it's talking about.
Yeah, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee.
Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn you. We're being drawn through the uniform, man.
That's the down payment of the love.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
The down payment of the love is the truth. Like, I'm gonna break bread with you. Like, Jake ever dealt with a woman and she slid on you?
Yeah.
You look, you take her back, but in the back of your mind, you like, man, you did that shit. So it's like a wall you got, where it's like, I fuck with you, but I can't fuck with you how I was.
Right.
Well, the Lord said, look, you come back, and He letting you in the door.
Yeah.
He ain't just like holding her. He like, nah, come here. I'm about to do this, and no that, and I'm gonna say, don't trip. I'm doing this and that. So the Lord letting us all the way back, not just on some, just come here, like it's an obligation. The Lord is pleased to, hey, come here. This is what's going on. Fuck what they talking about. This is what's up. That's a blessing.
Again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built,
He said, again, I will build you. That shall be built. You got it.
O Virgin of Israel.
Right.
Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tablets.
They said, on Virgin of Israel. What Peter said, I'm scripture, pure mind. Your pure mind by well remembered. That means before we were defiled in the philosophy. Go ahead.
And shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry.
Just like Solomon did when he brought in the Ark of the Covenant. Go ahead.
Thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. The planter shall plant, and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchman
Oh, I did that.
upon the mount of Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord our power.
Right. So they said they returned as virgins, man. And when the Lord said they return to the Lord as a little child, that's a virgin mind, man. The child, a baby is innocent, you know, as having any type of understanding, any type of knowledge. Because the parents is the first teacher. So that's us returning to Yahweh Shema Shah with a pure mind, man, being a virgin.
Yeah, because that in Revelation start talking about literal virgin.
No, it proves that in Zechariah. In Zechariah 2, it proves it say, these virgins shall return to the Lord, man. It said these men. It's in Zechariah 2, man. That virgin, Revelation 14, is in Zechariah 2, man. Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord, Sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, Lord, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel.
Right. That's it, bro.
Ezekiel 36 and 33. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all of your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be built, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passeth by. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the garden of Eden, and the waste and the desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I am the Lord, that built the ruined places and plant that was desolate.
Yeah, so the Lord will get the credit for taking Jake from being shirtless in front of a racetrack with a gold teeth shooting dice to being a royal group with garments and full righteousness and immortality. And the world is going to witness us go from rags to riches, literally as a nation of people. And the Lord is going to get the credit for that.
I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will do it. Because the Lord swore by himself that these things shall come to pass.
This is Jeremiah 31, and we start at verse 12. The point is in 14. It says, therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat and for wine and for oil, and for the young flock of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together. For I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them and make them rejoice from their sorrow. Here's the point I wanted. And I will satiate the soul of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord. And I got the definition for satiate. It says, fill to repletion, satisfy, feed, or nourish to the full. It says to fill beyond or over natural desire. And the Lord is going to give us an abundance, man. The Lord speaks about, he gave us life and life more abundantly, man. And the Lord is going to satiate our soul, meaning he's going to give us over our natural desire. Everything that we desire, he's going to give us that and more. It says, and I will satiate the soul of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord. The Lord is going to go above and beyond for his nation, man, for his people. Everything that we think, is sufficient for us, the Lord is going to go beyond that, man. Just like the brother was going into the analogy of Jake when it comes to his woman. You got certain things for Eve, you like, yeah, this going to fuck up right here. So she think, I'm going just the flowers? Nah, I got a trip too. You don't even know about that. That's how the Lord going to do us. Like, oh, y'all think y'all got the kingdom? Look at this, other planets, baby. Where we going? Yeah. Let's get married.
Dealing with the birth. This is Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women. They are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb of the Lord. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits of the God and the Lamb. Verse 5 reads, in their mouth was found no guile, but they are without fault for the throne of God. So in Zephaniah chapter 3, it reads in Zephaniah 3, in verse 13, precepts of Revelation 14, verse 25. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. They shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
I got one. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11, at verse, I start at 1. It says, would to God you could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with God with jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach. Now you gotta think he's writing a letter to the church of Corinth. So is he able to identify that they're physically virgins? No. It's not talking about physical virgins. It's spiritual virgins.
But when you're speaking of a woman, that's her purity.
Right. Because that's her value. Her value is her ability to be pure. And that loyalty. With Jake, you talk about a woman, what they want in a woman, a lot of times, most of the time, is that respect and loyalty. And that's what the Lord desires from us as a nation. Where's the reverence for the Lord? It's going to be seen in action. But the brother was saying this on the side, that action, like I said, nothing shows.
Oh, sincerity. The effort shows sincerity. You know, that's what separates, as the brother was going into, that's what separates the elect or the hopeful elect from the true. It's no different from when you're dealing with a female in the world, man. You know, the first week or whatever, y'all exchange numbers or whatever, and you hitting them, and then it takes like 4 hours and she hits you back with one word or a little emoji, you like, man, she ain't serious. It's the same type of thing with the Lord, man. When you put that effort in and you rap it, and you like, shorty fucking with me. So, you know, now you like, okay, now I can be fully invested.
Yeah.
And that's how the Lord feel about us, man.
Right. You can tell when somebody's actually putting in sincere effort versus when they're half-assed. You know, if you see that there's actual sincere effort, it don't matter if they're doing it to the T, if they're doing it perfectly. It's just the fact that they're sincere. Because if they weren't sincere, then they wouldn't really try.
Hey, and that's why the grace is extended. It comes from that sincerity, man. Because when somebody's sincere, you give them grace because you know that the effort is pure.
The Lord broke it down beautifully for us, perfectly. Dealing with the woman. We know we're not going to have no Sarahs on the side. Brothers, we know that. You know, but if you're dealing with a woman and she's trying, you know, and you can't, like brother said, you can't help with the age. I'm about flies, no. Okay, I got a trip. I got a shoe waiting for you, you know. You want a small baby girl, you know. And I got a precept. And Zechariah 10:6. And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph. And I will bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them. And they shall be as though I had not cast them off. For I am the Lord their power, and will hear them. So it's going to be like, hey, as far as all this, what we had to go through, the Lord dragging us through the mud, by the time we're beautified, we're perfected, it's going to be like, we ain't never went through this in the first place. The Lord said he's going to do us better in our latter end than he did in the beginning.
It wasn't Psalm 126. You were as in their dream. It's going to be like a dream. That's a bad nightmare. I got one real quick. There's Hosea 2:19 in the NLT. It says, I will make you my wife forever, showing you righteousness and justice, unfailing love and compassion. I will be faithful to you and make you mine, and you will finally know me as the Lord. That's it. That's only the Jake. Beginning with the elect. That's the intention. The Lord actually loved Jake. How brothers were talking about that first love before you got jaded with that heartbreak. That's how the Lord feels about Jake. The Lord loves us as a nation of people for real. So much so, like Yahweh said, he gave us Yahweh. Me and Elder were talking on camera yesterday before camp. At one point, it was just Yahweh and Yahweh. It was just them two. He's the only thing the Lord created himself. So it's his daily delight. The first thing he created in this Yahweh. And then through him, everything else is created. That's a relationship that nobody can understand more than them two.
Yeah, that's why the Lord said in Psalm 2:11, kiss the son, least he be angry.
That's the firstborn of creation. So there's an affection between Yahweh and Yahweh that nothing can understand outside of them two, the way that they understand.
And the Lord gave us an Yahushua to show the love that He got for us as a nation.
I was just saying, I was just saying, right? And that's what the women did to take the house shop. That's what we hit daily right. Sit around your house shop. Daily delight.
This is Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 10. For thus saith the Lord, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you.
And that happened one time in Babylon, but it's happened again. Okay.
And causing you to return to this place.
Hey, after 350 years, right? 3 days in the hell, that's what happened now. The same thing happened then. Okay.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Expected end,
Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
See, that link right with that, the root 2 and that Deuteronomy 4, man. And now that captivity, I just think from my holy name.
And ye shall seek me and find me.
Right.
When ye shall search for me with all your heart.
That's the problem with 8 and 17. Those that love me will seek me early, and they shall find me. Okay.
And I will be found of you, saith the Lord. And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations, and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Right. And I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive.
Right.
Just imagine being in the kingdom, looking around, seeing family, seeing garments, and just thinking in your mind like, the Lord did it. Like, we was on the other side of the earth not too long ago, and now we're here. Like, being able to look at people, like, you looking at Edomites and chains, and you're like, man, I really think it's coffee shops. Them niggas can't even go out to kennel without permission. You watching families flourish, kids, you watching and witnessing the kingdom that the Lord have prepared. And you think like, now we came all the way from this shit to this. What language? The Hebrew. Come on, man, that's gonna be a marvelous sight, especially with numbers of the king. Lord will be a part of that.
Yeah, man. Explain to your hundreds of grandchild that, yeah, you might be over it. Move over it. Yeah. That's gonna be hard for them to even get to. The niggas in the pit, daddy. Yeah, the niggas in the pit. Right there. Some of these dirties. That's the man. These dirties right here. Yeah. Niggas with skyscrapers.
Zephaniah 3 and 17 says, the Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. Sing. Sunday morning, 90s R&B with breakfast. That's the affection of what we must have been.
Psalms 126 and 1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue was singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Lord Yahweh, as the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. That's what we hope
for. Revelation 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast as thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Now, give all praises
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakab Kodash.
Everyone to our apostles and elders of the millstone, who want to teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations of the hopeful elect. To Akim that are preach this word, believe this word, and to the Akbar that are believe this word in all truth and sincerity. And to you who say,
Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal. Shalom. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Salah, Rayam, Wa, Washi, Wa, Madi, Wa, Raki, Wa, Mashafaki, Wa, Warrior, Wa, Yamnuwa, Babasha, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Water, Aman, Shalom.